is really on.
What's going on?
Pretty little clues.
Did I just lose you?
Pretty little clues.
I don't hear you.
Pretty little clues. Come on in, kick off your shoes. There's trouble hiding in the news. A missing name, a broken chain. Nothing around here feels the same. Coffee's hot, the board's lit up. Red string tangle, we're out of luck. A small town secret, a midnight call. One tiny clue could crack it all. Got our eyes on every lie. Reading shadows, reading signs. No backing down, no second guess. We're getting closer with every step. Pretty mysterious, pretty loud. Running through the smoking crowd. Pretty reckless, breaking through. We're chasing pretty little clues. Pretty twisted, pretty wild. Every suspect's got a smile. Turn the page, uncover the truth. Welcome to Pretty Little Clues. Old headlines fading into gray, but the secrets never fade away. What's been buried? What's been lost? Every answer comes with a cost. Every timeline, every lead, every promise, every deed. One wrong move, one hidden face could blow apart the whole damn case. Heartbeats racing, lights flash red, following the threads instead. No turning back, we've got a fuse, and we're lighting it with glow. Pretty mysterious, pretty loud. Running through the smoking crowd. Pretty reckless, breaking through. We're chasing pretty little clues. Pretty twisted, pretty wild. Every suspect's got a smile. Turn the page, uncover the truth. Welcome to Pretty Little Clues. Turn it up, hear the sirens sing. Everybody's hiding something. Locked up secrets, stolen nights. We're bringing every ghost to life. From the back roads to city lights, we're chasing shadows through the night. One more question, one more move. Everything starts with a clue. Pretty dangerous, pretty bold. Every secret wants control. Pretty haunting, coming through. We're chasing pretty little clues. Pretty fearless, breaking rules. Digging deeper than we're supposed to. If you're curious, join the crew. Welcome to Pretty Little Clues. Pretty loud, pretty wild, pretty mysterious, pretty little clues, pretty little clues, hey, pretty little clues.
I got the first word. I got the first word. Yes.
Happy Monday. Hello, Sikorsky. Sikorsky is joining us today. Special. I'm special. Special guest host today. And of course, everybody knows Ash because he can't adult today per his cup. All right, who we got? Cowgirl. I know you put this before. I don't know if you're here or not anymore, but hello. And Blue and Badash. Always nice to see you. Mama Cool Beans. Oh, and Ash and Sikorsky, if you guys want to stream this to your channel, you got to hit the thing at the top that says stream this to your audience.
Nope, I'll upload it after.
All right. Everybody heard, so you can't bitch at me later. You can't. Down there. There. That. Ow. Mama Cool Beans. I said hi. Yes. Okay. Good. And hello. Hey, Seth. Did you get my email, Seth? Thank you. All right. Well, that was a short-lived hello list, but hello everybody, all 17 of you, and you two, and that's okay. I don't care. We're good. Apparently, there's some breaking
Oh yeah, yes.
news.
Yes, if you want to know, there's breaking news. Nancy Guthrie. Apparently, they've remended the strand of hair. No, I'm joking, but you never know.
They have separated the 4 profiles. No, we're just kidding. We're just kidding. Yes, the background. It's a little busy. I don't know. I feel like we're a little drowned out, but that's okay. It's okay. Oh, you are here. Yay. Yeah, so 857's doing something on that. I don't know. You can go see what him and Chibi have broken through. Please report back if she has been found or if she's still missing, because last I checked,
There's nothing going on as far as I know.
Alrighty, let me get up a picture of the man of the hour and a half or so. So me and Sikorsky have been talking about doing this for like a hot minute. Like we've been talking about doing this for at least a couple of weeks now. And funny enough, the reason that I was like, we got to get on this is because TMZ today, and I'm going to pull it up, and we got to do the Fair Use Act, blah, 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 blah. So I got to pause it every few seconds and whatever. But let me get this up, and kind of what put our rears in gear here, if you will. So I'm going to turn it over to our other special co-host, Harvey Levin from TMZ.
Kurt Cobain's death has resurfaced.
Can you hear it? Okay.
There are documents that have now been published by the New York Post, which show there's not too long after Kurt Cobain died. And remember, the authorities up in Seattle said it was a...
I don't want to have to skip it, but you can't use that word. I don't want to get shut down.
Greenhouse of the home that he shared with his wife, Courtney Love, and that they said it was a suicide.
Oh, no!
Many years later, still, there are a lot of people who don't think Kurt Cobain's death was...
Oh my goodness, this is so bad. Maybe I should have put like the captions on.
A sue.
It was not a sue. Okay, not a sue.
There are people who believe it was foul play. There are some people who believe that he may have died of a heroin overdose at the hands of someone else, and that someone else may have shot him to make it look like...
Don't know if you can say that.
All sorts of theories. Well,
oh, we did it again.
Courtney Love's lawyer at the
this
time
was a bad idea.
Had sent a letter, and this is shortly after the investigation, sent a letter to the Seattle Police Department.
Pause for the cause. Hey, guys. Oh, God. Is that her now? Like, that's got to be recent, right?
I saw there was a clip of her just the other day on Instagram. She was in the old manager's office. And do you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just waving at Julie Bug and Jim, and I didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah. She was wearing sunglasses, but yeah, that's her now. For sure.
How much do you think it cost her to super glue her face like back together?
Yeah, I don't know, because she's definitely looks... I'm not gonna say she looks horrible, but she definitely looks better.
Different.
Than, you know what I mean, than she has in the past couple of years. But
yeah, we
She'd
could probably do a whole...
Jim Carrey with the sellotape.
I think we could probably do like a whole montage of Courtney throughout the years.
No,
That could probably be a
no,
whole
no
episode.
pun intended. No pun intended. Hole, because they're banned. Hole,
Whole
hole. HOLE.
Hole.
That's our band.
Rabbit hole. Courtney hole.
God.
Which had jurisdiction, saying that they wanted the entire file sent over to Courtney and that the police should not retain any copies of this police report. That is bizarre.
Thoughts? She had someone write a letter to Seattle police who was handling the case, and they wanted the whole copy of the file, and they didn't want them to retain like any copies of it. That is fucking weird. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been like, could you imagine Nanos? Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, like, could you imagine asking Nanos, yeah, can I have the whole Nancy Guthrie file? And by the way, don't keep any of it. Just hand it over. We got it. It's safe. Which is sad because it probably is much safer with one of us.
Please, sir, can I have a whole hair, not half a hair? Thank you.
Well, hello, Jay.
It's something the police would never do. I mean, the idea that the police department would basically scrub any evidence of its investigation and give everything to Courtney Love, you got to wonder, A, why they would ask. Well,
I know why they were asking them, because she felt at the time that she was happy with how the investigation went. She believed it was a suicide,
right.
And she had worries that people in the department were leaking documents, leaking pictures. So this was her way of trying to protect personal things in the document being leaked to the media. Or
personal things as in like what? I mean, all right, we're gonna get into it. Can't get into it, but they were very tumultuous. They were a very tumultuous couple, let's say, to say the least. I don't know if that was your plan to get into their relationship or not. I'm assuming, because it kind of comes with the territory, a little unavoidable. But yeah.
Or leaked to people. That was her reasoning behind it. I mean, I guess you could. It seems a little sketchy, but also the police would never do this. Obviously, they didn't. You know, they kept the records.
But the fact that they requested it is bizarre to me, because the police aren't going to do that. So it's almost like you are erasing any evidence of how the police reached the conclusion they did, and it's like, it's one thing if she wants a copy. And yeah, I mean, she was worried that people might profit off of this thing. I get it. But the idea that a lawyer would think that the police department would scrub that.
I've never heard of any.
You're going to okay, remember that part. Have the police scrub that, because Ash looked up something pretty brilliant earlier, which I don't know if I ever would have done, but thank you, Savannah, Nancy, and Michael Feldman. But look at her, like look at her there.
There's
she looks better
photo.
now.
There's another photo of them where it's that same time right there at the music awards, and he looks miserable walking next to her. Like I wish I could have found the photo before we started, but you could just look at it on his face. He just looks like he doesn't want to be next to her at all. But
yeah, I don't know if I blame him.
Anyone ever ask? I mean, I've heard of them obviously wanting the files, but to not keep any copies, I've never heard of that being requested ever.
And the police obviously said no, and they denied the request, as they denied the request of the photographs that they had taken at the crime scene. But this thing has not gone away, and there are groups out there that
why do you think people think it's not a suicide? It seemed to me, I've seen the documents, and
I don't know what I'm gonna have to do about this.
It's gonna be hard.
But then
you
again,
know?
I don't know if that word is a YouTube thing or if that word is like, because I know sometimes like
Well-
TikTok and it's like,
Well, the thing is, TMZ is usually on the YouTube anyway when they're live, aren't they? So they're
well, this is
saying,
from
they're saying
YouTube.
it. Well, exactly. So they're saying it. Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is
Read everything, and it seems pretty open and shut that it was a suicide.
It is an interesting read if you start looking at some of the holes in this case that people have raised.
Yeah, our chat is saying they got really into like conspiracy theory videos, documentaries about
This
the death.
is what is causing the conspiracy
Exactly.
theories.
No, well, that it to some extent, but I'm telling you, if you read some of this stuff, there are unanswered questions in this case.
Yeah.
It smells like a lot of conspiracy. And you just got to wonder, what is the reason for this ongoing dialogue that's been happening for, gosh, the guy's been dead for over 30 years. And my heart goes out to Courtney and even his daughter, who really didn't even get a chance to know her daughter, her father. But what is very curious to me is the fact that she would request all of the documentation. In no world does that make sense. So I'm aligned with you there, Harvey. Certainly an outrageous demand to have all of the files and leave law enforcement with zero documentation.
Yeah.
But certainly.
Oh,
Pretty, stop ignoring Chris, man.
I know.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
so sorry.
Look,
I guess I didn't
Chris.
recognize the name. Is that Fabio? Is that Fabio down there? Hi, Chris. Hi. Hello, Jet Set.
everybody.
JP. Hello, Bluebird. Hi, Sheila. All the hugs to you, Sheila. Jimbo. Did I? Jay. I think I said hi to Jay, but I'll say hi to Jay again because I love Jay. And I think I missed anyone. I am so terribly sorry. Please write your local congressman and tell them to shut me down because I didn't say hi to you.
I can see where she would want some degree of privacy.
Your local
that's
senator,
fair.
if you will. Your local Mark Kelly. All right. So here is our guy. This is Kurt Cobain, and I have a little intro if you'd like me to read that first, Sikorsky.
Go right ahead.
All right. You guys, did you want to say some? You want to say some?
Me? Yes, I'm going to put a pizza in the oven. I'll be right back.
Well, if you're not going to share and you didn't bring enough for the class, then you can't make a pizza. I think it's something to do with the lives
Mate,
because
it's not-
whenever we go live, Ashley's like, I'm hungry right now.
Exactly. We're not
Mhm.
nervous back at the
It's like
reasons.
Pavlov's dog. You turn on the live stream and he's like, oh, I'm hungry. All right. Don't make
Hey,
pizza.
it's a nasty, cheap, crappy pizzas that the kids left. So fuck it, I'm eating it.
Oh. Yeah, it is. I mean, I agree. I think using grape instead of that word is offensive because it like denigrates it in a way. Like, I don't know. It like dehumanizes it, demoralizes it a little bit. I mean, and it's already obviously like one of the most demoralizing things anybody could go through. So I agree. Funny. All right. So on April 5th, 1994, the world lost one of the most influential voices of a generation. Kurt Cobain wasn't just the frontman of Nirvana, he became the reluctant face of the grunge movement, giving a voice to millions who felt misunderstood, disconnected, or unheard. His raw lyrics, unmistakable sound, and refusal to conform forever changed the landscape of rock music and pop culture. But with the fame came immense pressure. Behind the sold out concerts and worldwide success was a man battling addiction, chronic pain, and the weight of becoming an icon he never asked to be. When Kurt Cobain was found dead in his Seattle home at just 27 years old, the news sent shockwaves around the globe. Fans gathered in mourning, radio stations stopped regular programming, and an entire generation struggled to understand how one of its brightest stars could be gone so suddenly. Officially ruled a self-unaliving, His death has remained one of music history's most debated and controversial cases. Over the decades, questions, theories, and conflicting interpretations have kept the conversation alive, fueling documentaries, books, and endless discussions among fans and investigators alike. Tonight, we're taking a careful look at Kurt Cobain's life, his extraordinary legacy, and the events leading up to his death, and the questions that continue to fascinate people more than 3 decades later. We'll separate documented facts from speculation, examine the evidence that's publicly available, and explore why this case still resonates with millions around the world. Whether you believe the official conclusion or simply want to better understand the man behind the music, this story is about far more than how Kurt Cobain died. It's about how he lived, why his voice mattered, and why his influence continues to echo through generations. So, this is the story of Kurt Cobain. Can I turn them on? Oh, you found them. Thank you. Thank you, Bad Ash. Someone's seriously gonna tell me how you send those. Like, is it a separate app or something?
I have no idea. I don't even know what jewels are.
All right. So, what do you want to go to first, of course?
Well, I mean, I feel like there might be some people that don't even know who he is. I mean, I don't know what planet they would be living on, but maybe we could go over just who he was, like a timeline like that you had set up for, him growing up and his bands and all that kind of stuff.
Can do that. Can do it. I can do it. All right. So I will share this timeline and we'll just kind of go over kind of who he was, his childhood through. I don't think it's like maybe the very end, but we'll see. All right. Going up, going up, going up, up, up. Did that make it bigger? Can I make it bigger?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. All right. Kurt Cobain, a timeline of his early life, Nirvana, and the journals that tell his story. And I have them right here. There's actually, you can get it on Amazon. I think it was like $16. And this is one of the few things that actually came the next day. So, yeah, I don't know how much we'll be getting into that tonight, but. So this is one of my favorite quotes from him. So I'm glad that they have it on here. And it kind of really speaks to me, like who he was as a person and what he believed in. But it says, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I am not. And that kind of, I mean, honestly, kind of just hits different. But it really kind of does speak to who he was. I mean, what do you think, Sikorsky?
I mean, that's he didn't want to be known as a poser by any means, as far as what I've always known about him. And I mean, that's in complete relation to what I think was left in his note. Wasn't, it wasn't a unsubscribe note. I think it was a retiring from music note.
Yeah, and that is
altered.
one of the theories. One of the main theories that is out there is that that was the narrative that somebody wanted out there. And can't wait to talk about that note, the last few lines of it. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Anyway. So yeah. I guess we have 1967 to 75. So his early childhood, February 20th, 1967, he was born in Aberdeen, Washington to Donald and Wendy Cobain. He was creative, energetic, and sensitive. He drew constantly and showed early artistic talent. So it says journal. So on the right side, it's going to show different examples of pages from his journal. So it says that Kurt kept journals from the age of 7 until his death in 1994, filled with drawings, lyrics, lists, thoughts, and dreams. They reveal the mind of an artist who saw the world differently. So the identity and creativity. He saw himself as an artist long before he was a musician. The journals are filled with drawings, ideas, and stories. And then 1976 to 1981, the family upheaval. His parents divorced when Kurt was about 9. He moved between relatives and he was feeling misunderstood and increasingly isolated. Oh my gosh, that picture of him though. What a cutie. All right. So alienation in his journals, recurring feelings of being an outsider. He often wrote about loneliness, confusion, and not fitting in. We can see the picture. I hate myself and I want to die. And then 1981 to 1985, we have the discovery of punk rock. He received his first guitar. He discovers punk rock and underground music. In 1985, he meets Chris Novoselic and they begin playing together. And in the journals, music as survival, they include favorite album lists, song ideas, and band dreams. Music becomes an escape and a purpose. So the top 50 albums, the Melvins, which I know he was a huge fan of. They never really made it big though, but that was his favorite band. The Pixies, Black Flag, the Stooges, and Led Zeppelin. And out of those, I only know the Melvins because I know he was a huge fan of the Melvins. But
the
Led
Pixies?
Zeppelin.
You would know them if you heard a couple of their songs. I
Okay.
guarantee you. If you've ever
Yeah.
seen Fight Club, then you know the Pixies.
Excuse me. The first rule of the Fight Club is you don't talk about the Fight Club.
The very last scene in that movie is a Pixies song.
Oh, okay.
When the
Well, then,
buildings
yes.
are going down.
All right, 1985 to 87, Fecal Matter and Nirvana. So 1985, they record Fecal Matter demo. Illiteracy will prevail. And that means people who can't read or write, illiterate. In December 1987, Kurt, Chris, and Aaron Burkhardt formed Nirvana in Aberdeen. And then in the journals, ambition. So band name ideas, tour plans, label strategies, and interview drafts show he was already planning for the future. So I don't really know if this is his Skid Row. That was already a band, but Ted, Ed, Fred, Nirvana, Bliss, and Pen Cap Chew. So I think they picked a good one. If those were really,
They actually got were sued for Nirvana because there was already a band that existed in the 50s or the 60s that had that band name. Yeah.
did not know that.
Yeah. They ended up obviously keeping the name, but so
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so 1988 to 89. It's a good year. 89 is a great year. January 1988, first demo with Jack Endino. And June of 1989, Bleach is released on Sub Pop Records. And then in his journals, there's a focus on independent music and staying authentic. He mistrusts corporate culture and wants to remain real. And this is another quote of his, which I always loved when I was in high school. It was on every, I don't know if you guys got agendas, but I would write quotes all over my agendas. And this was one I always used. And it's better to burn out than to fade away.
Okay.
Yeah. So 1990 to sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say he got that from a Neil Young song.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you coming with extra facts.
Trust me. I mean, and Bleach cost $600 for them to record in the
Oh, wow.
studio. Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me pause this. I don't know if you're reading the chat, Sikorsky. But
Yeah, I did.
okay.
Prayers to you, Sheila.
Yes, many prayers to you, your family, your niece, her children, her husband, and I don't know. I always find it comforting to just take solace in the fact that that person isn't suffering in a sick body anymore. And I believe that we go on to something greater, but I will keep you in my thoughts and my prayers and her family. So it's very sorry to hear that. He was cute and top it all. Oh, okay. You guys did see that. Well, I'm not a very good bottom up processor, I guess.
That's all right. I made sure I logged in so I could see people's comments at the same time.
Oh. Hello, Cindy Lou.
It sucks that there's a copyright thing that we can't just have Nirvana music playing in the background.
I know.
Like, even if it was just turned down low, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be cool. I was like, I thought about it way too late. I'm like, I bet you like something could be thrown into like Suno and like kind of rewritten, even if it's not them, like their style. But hello, Graham. Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
I'll mess around with that later when I can't sleep. I'm,
when you can't sleep right because now. I'm sure you're gonna have like the after part. Why?
Because this is just such a. I was so like I couldn't believe that today when you messaged me and were like, oh my gosh, we have to do this because some stuff came out with TMZ today, and I was like, what? And then I started reading all the autopsy stuff, and I was just like, wow, never seen this before. Gives me chills.
Well, luckily, I got you covered on the medical stuff because that is my camp. All right. So we did we're at 1990 to 1991, Dave Grohl and Nevermind. So September of 1990, Dave Grohl joins Nirvana. Winter 1991, they sign with DGC, Geffen Records. September 24th, 1991, Nevermind is released. And in his journals, the fear of success. He wants recognition, but fears losing authenticity. He worries that fame will change the music and the message. Says, I don't want to be a rock star. I hate rock star. And I mean, honestly, this is true. And like I said, I mean, we might have to do a whole part 3, 4, 5, 7. I mean, we can continue this as long as people are still watching, and I don't have any problem with that. So, and we love Sikorsky. So I'm super happy that you're here. And something different to get away from the Guthrie case for a little while, because I would rather have less viewers and not feel like my ears are bleeding sometimes because it's so redundant. And then they're like, oh, it's a breakthrough. But it's like, not really a breakthrough. Not really anything.
Who cares? People will watch it after, innit?
Yeah. But yeah, the numbers don't bother me as long as I'm doing something that I like. So, all right. 1982, global fame. Nevermind hits number 1 in January of 1982. Nirvana becomes one of the biggest bands in the world. And then in 1982, his journals reflecting media frustration. He does a lot of mocking interviews, lists of misconceptions and criticism of the industry and media narratives. Says they want a caricature, not the person. And I think when were we just talking about this? When I talked to you last, but one of the main themes of his life was this whole battle against he was like anti-disestablishmentarianism. Like he opposed the man. He hated it. He didn't want to conform. He didn't even want to really be like that famous. He just wanted to do the music the way he wanted to do it.
There's I can't remember what I feel so bad that I can't remember this, but there's a t-shirt I used to have when I was in high school, and it had a list of things on the back. It was a Nirvana shirt, and it was like I gotta try to find it. You keep talking, Justine.
All right, I keep talking. All right. So 1993, we have In Utero and Unplugged. So September 21st, 1993, In Utero is released. November 19th, 1993, Nirvana records MTV Unplugged performance. And then contradictions. So confidence mixed with self-doubt, humor mixed with anger, desire for privacy mixed with public exposure. And it says, I'm so happy because today I found my friends. They're in my head. So there's like a lot of themes in his journal about like, you don't know who to trust. You don't know who to go to because everyone either wants a scoop or a story or an interview. So it's again, that increasing, like feeding that negative feedback loop of, his loneliness, that he's really had his whole life and his isolation that he felt. And then in the final months, 1984, January 7th, final US concert. In February, there was a European tour, Hey UK. March 1st, the final concert was in Munich. April 1984, Kurt Cobain dies at age 27. And there was reflection and creativity in his journals. Final entries reflect on music, relationships, future projects, and the struggle with fame and mental health. And says, I have a bad feeling about this.
It was a T-shirt and it said, "Flower sniffing, kitty petting, baby kissing, corporate rock." I don't want to say the word on the air, but it's in the chat.
Is it grape?
No, it's a W word for.
All right, let me look.
Just because he didn't, corporations and all that kind of stuff. He was
corporate
anti-establishment.
rock
You know what I
hose.
mean?
Just say hose, like garden hose.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. So basically, the main takeaways, his journals reveal album lists, band business plans, draft lyrics, mock interviews, drawings and cartoons, listed rankings, social commentary. So again, we'll probably do a whole one just on his journals alone. They're really very interesting and scattered and beautiful and tragic. And he was a very, very complex individual. I will tell you that. It says the key takeaway, the journals show complex, intelligent, and deeply sensitive artists whose creativity extended far beyond the public image of Kurt Cobain. They document his jokes, fears, dreams, pain, and brilliant mind in his own words. So there's more reading material and references. So
I think if he was still alive today, definitely when all of, like any kind of like especially when all the Me Too stuff came out, when that first came about, like he would have probably been one of those people standing out there. He always wanted to be, stand up for the little guy and speak up for people and that kind of thing, but he didn't want to be, he wasn't like an activist or anything like that, but at the same time he just not about people being bullies or women getting abused or any of that stuff. I mean, I've seen so many clips of concert footage even where he'll stop the show if he sees like a woman in the crowd getting pushed around or groped or something like that, and yell at security to have them removed. And I don't know, kind of getting ahead of myself, sorry.
you're good. Did you know what you wanted to go to next?
Well, I mean, I'll just I guess I could kind of just say my own personal thing about it first, and then we can kind of get into the facts.
Sure.
As far as I know, he was getting burned out with the fame. He got famous really quick. They were just enjoying being in a band and playing music and playing shows, and And when Nevermind came out, that album seriously, I mean, Smells Like Teen Spirit is my least favorite Nirvana song. But I mean, you know, I used to switch it when it would come on the radio because it was overplayed, way overplayed. But I don't necessarily, you know, turn it off now. I mean, I even have like Nevermind on CD, and I'll still listen to the whole album. But I like all their other albums. But you know, when Smells Like Teen Spirit video came out, that kind of stopped a lot of like certain type of music that was out at that time. It kind of like kind of ruined it for them, you know, like basically all the hair bands, you know. Maybe not necessarily Metallica, which they were considered that at the time, but they kept staying like, you know, heavy and all that. But I think Kurt really wanted to be like a punk rock type of band, you know. He just wanted to write simple songs that people could relate to or not. He just get up there, and he didn't live this lavish lifestyle, you know. I mean, if you look at the way the guy dressed, even off stage, he was what you saw, what you get kind of person, you know. And I've seen plenty of interviews with him too where he just very, like we were saying, anti-establishment. So I think that it just I just personally think that they just got they got famous very quickly. They toured extensively. I mean, Dave Grohl was the 5th drummer for Nirvana. They went through so many people until they finally found, you know, him, because he hit the hardest. You know, he beat the crap out of the drums, and that's what Kurt wanted. But Kurt was actually a drummer too before he started playing guitar. He played drums in school and snare drum and band and all that stuff. But anyway, I just think that once they got to a certain point and he couldn't just take a break from it, or he couldn't just go back to his, you know, just do whatever that he wanted to do. I think that was when he, you know, especially after his daughter was born, that he started to realize that, you know, he was missing out on just being a normal dad, or, you know, like being there for, you know, for his daughter, and just, you know, doing his own thing and not having to owe anybody anything, the fans anything, you know. And I think that's initially what happened to him. I think he got really burned out, and just like the Neil Young song lyric is better to burn out than fade away, you know. So I think he wanted to take a step back from everything. And you know, I mean, there was other people in the music industry that were even planning on doing things with him, like collaborating with him, like even like Michael Stipe from REM, and, you know, and all these other people. But he, for whatever reason, we are left with what we have now, which is further down, I think, in the discussion, maybe what we're going to be talking about. But yeah, that's my personal opinion. And in 1994, when the news was announced, I mean, I'm like one of those people that everybody's had something that's happened in their life. You know, like my mom remembers exactly where she was when Kennedy died, and, you know, and we all remember where we were when, most of us in the chat, I would assume, where we were when the towers went down, and, you know, all that stuff. And I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing when they announced it on the radio that Kurt Cobain was, you know, no longer here. And my first initial reaction was shock, but I was angry because I believed what they said at first. And then the more details that started to come out over the years, even before, you know, the most recent, which I think was in 2014, I started to really just kind of dive into things and do my own kind of research, and kind of took notes and obsessively went through like that journals. I mean, like I told you before, I had like little note tabs and everything. And there's just too many, even just something that like Ash would even be like, that doesn't add up. Yeah, that should definitely make somebody scratch their head. Forensically, doesn't seem possible for certain things that they documented for us to be sitting here actually digesting the fact that he unsubscribed himself. I just, and the most that you would ever be able to convince me, unless we start uncovering other stuff, is that at the least somebody might have helped him, but I don't think so. there's too many I don't want to say red flags, but basically there's too many little inconsistencies and evidentiary things that don't add up at all. So, and for them, for anybody else, just like when I was talking on my other stream about Elliott Smith, it's easy for law enforcement to show up knowing who he was, and maybe they didn't know who he was at first, but eventually they knew who he was. Okay, he was depressed. Listen to his music. Can't you tell? The guy was a heroin addict, this and that. Yeah, look at the scene. It's obvious that's what it was. He had to have unsubscribed himself. But I really don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember. I'd have to like go back and watch all the live streams where we've been on panels together, and that's just impossible. But we first started talking about this, and I remember telling you that, when we were in high school, you had to do a persuasive piece on a controversial issue.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, convincing someone to join one side or the other. And oddly, but not oddly enough, I did one on, did he do this to himself, or was Courtney Love involved? And we're going to get into it because there's so much that we can talk about and so many inconsistencies and so many reasons that will leave you kind of being like, did he really? So I don't know. It's kind of like one thing that Sikorsky and I had bonded on pretty much almost like right away.
You guys remember Unsolved Mysteries?
Mm-hmm.
That show back in the day, like even before the newer, well, that newer host passed away too. I forget what his name was, but was it Robert Stack or something like that? The original host back in the 90s, they actually did an Unsolved Mysteries on Kurt Cobain. And I mean, they had, the detective Tom Lang that Courtney Love hired herself. And that guy actually ended up firing himself because he started uncovering things that were just not, they were just way like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. Like, why were his credit cards that were only supposedly in his possession being used, at certain times? And something about a backpack that she had with some notebooks with handwriting, like practicing handwriting stuff, like just all kinds of things. Shotgun shell, you name it. Like, and I was like, wow, I was already feeling that way. And then when I watched that, I was I don't know, I was probably 15 or 16 at the time. He'd already been gone for, at least 2 years, I think. But there's also been, there was a movie that came out a while back that was called Kurt and Courtney, and there was a lot of stuff in that was just ridiculous. But what was the guy's name? I don't. He was some big like wrestler guy or something that claimed to have been hired by Courtney to take him out, and that was just ridiculous. Like I don't believe that. I honestly don't know. I don't necessarily think that she, paid that guy or, you know, whatever. But there's a lot of points that kind of make me wonder, like, why did it take him so long to find him when she was there? She was in the house. Of course, he wasn't in the house. He was separate from the house out in
Was
the
it 3 days
greenhouse.
or 5?
They officially, I think they said he passed on the 5th, and then they discovered him, I think, on the 9th.
Okay.
So yeah, like 4 days. But from the there's a book that came out back in the day called Heavier Than Heaven. It was written by Charles Cross, I think. And the whole like last, I think, 2 chapters of that book is all about like his, you know, his forensic account of what he believes happened when Kurt came home. And you know, and he wrote it out as if he did, you know, unsubscribe himself, but even still it didn't add up, because he said that, you know, he came home, he walked in, one of the nannies, which was a male, I think his name was Callie, that was supposed to be there, that helped them with Francis, basically. He was there, and a couple other friends were there, and they were, you know, participating in drugs. And supposedly Kurt walked in, said, "Hey, what's up?" Grabbed a towel and a Barks root beer and a shotgun, and walked out of the house and walked straight back to the greenhouse, separate from the house, and went up there. He before he did that, he listened to REM's Automatic for the People on repeat. And then went up there and laid everything out nicely, and then just proceeded to, you know, inject himself with heroin, and then unsubscribed himself. And I just, then 4 days goes by, and you're telling me that, number one, nobody heard the shot, and by the amount of time that they were looking for him and couldn't find him, they never once thought to check there. Like, I don't, there's just a lot of inconsistencies with that. And I still wonder if, you know, at the like I said earlier, you know, if he did decide to actually unsubscribe himself, then at the most I would believe that he would have asked for help, you know, and whoever, if that is the case, that person is either no longer with us because maybe they died of a drug overdose at some point, or they're just never going to say anything, you know, just like the Guthrie case, basically. But that's I just don't. You'd have to really like convince me hard to make me believe that he did it himself. So, yeah, sorry. It's gonna be tough for me, for anybody that comes in the chat, even at all, during the course of time that we decide to, however long we stretch things out, or however many episodes you want to do, because there's a lot, not just on his actual death, but just like him as an individual, and you know, because he had a lot to offer to this world.
Oh, El Duce.
Yeah. It was, I think they called him El Duce. But yeah, there's I saw it in the theater, actually, because I was one of the biggest, like one of my best friends is a huge Beatles fan, and I was always you know, into Nirvana, and like the black and white poster that you have that's in the bottom corner, I had that on my wall, and I actually colored it with like Crayola markers.
Did you stay inside the lines?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
But I had it on my wall, and but I mean, we used to argue all the time. Like we would joke around with each other, like who's a better band, you know, who changed music more and all this stuff, you know. And of course, he would always be like, the Beatles, man, come on, you know. But over the years, it's like he left his mark, and he's unfortunately, you know, part of the 27 Club.
Oh my gosh, are you a mind reader?
What were you about
I
to
was
say that?
just pulling that up. I was just
I
gonna pull
mean,
up a picture of it. That's crazy. No, go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
I had I had so many, you know, photos clipped out. My room, my if my mom ever needed to know what she needed to buy me for my birthday, it was anything related to Nirvana, or Kurt Cobain posters, but I couldn't stand. I was one of those people, like, if I had a Kurt Cobain poster, I cut off the dates, because they always, after he passed away, it was always 1967, 1994 on the bottom of every single poster of him. And so I would cut it off, because I just felt like, I didn't, it's like that dash, in between is just so short. And 27, right? I mean, if he was alive today, he'd be 59 years old. And I just like 59
I
years
mean,
old.
that's still young.
It is. I mean, look at Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl was the youngest one in the group. And yeah, like it's hard to, like, actually, I've tried to find interviews with him, and he doesn't. There was a clip I saw the other day where somebody was talking to Dave about Kurt, and what it was like, and he said that when it first happened, it was horrible because everybody wanted to know every single personal thing, and it was like, this guy was my friend. He wasn't just my bandmate. We were friends. And so it's like, think about if one of your friends, passed away, and then someone's asking you about it, and you tell them these intimate details, and then they turn around and they go and they tell the entire world. It's just none of anybody's business, and that's how he felt. you know and obviously him and Courtney didn't get along for many years. I think they've buried the hatchet over the years now, but they don't. You're not really gonna ever hear Dave, saying like, "Oh yeah, Courtney's great. I love her." This and that. Just because I think that she was, I think she was too much. I think there was probably plans for them to get a divorce, and maybe co-parent Francis. You know, I mean, I can't speak for Francis, but I I know she, like, emancipated herself, and they don't have a standing relationship as of right now. You know,
Yeah, and
um,
she just married Tony Hawk's son.
yeah, Riley Hawk, and she's now a mom of herself. She's got a child herself. She's already older than her father was when he died. Like, that's at that part, like, kind of broke my heart when the news first came out, just because I felt like, well, if it was true, like, wow, that's so selfish of him that he, abandoned his child the way he did. But I don't think that's the case. And when you go and you want to talk about the note, that's the part that really makes me, the famous footage of right after it happened, I was glued to MTV, watching the news and everything. And Courtney was reading his note to people that were, his fans, that were brokenhearted, sitting around in Seattle and everything. And she was mad and calling him a jerk and all this stuff, and reading the words to everybody that were, I don't think that we're supposed to be. I think that was something that was private. And but I also think it was, on the flip side of that, I also think it was a I'm gonna take a break, or I'm gonna quit, being quote unquote famous, and take a step back out of the limelight and everything. It's just, I don't know. I think that that statement about people being worth more dead than alive, it definitely applies to Kurt Cobain, unfortunately. Because even people younger than us, that weren't even alive when you know, there's kids that are into Nirvana now that, you know, they'll never know what that feeling was like to, you know, be into somebody, you know, be into a, you know, people like my mom who were into like the Beatles and stuff, and, you know, John Lennon, you know, or people that are into like anybody, like you name it, any artist that you've ever been into, that you've into them as they're still actively, you know, a musician. I mean, somebody like 27 Club, Amy Winehouse, you know, I mean, she had her whole life ahead of her, and she was doing stuff that nobody was doing. You know, she just had that old school vibe, you know. Jimi Hendrix, I mean, the guy, same thing. He was only 27. River Phoenix. I mean, there's all these people that when they go and you're like actively, you know, enamored by them, and it's heartbreaking to think that what could they have been doing now? You know, what kind of music would Kurt have been doing now? Or would he have just backed away from music and then just continued to be, you know, doing art, because he was a pretty talented artist as well. I mean, it's weird. Some of his stuff is weird. You know, his paintings are weird and everything. And he was obsessed with like anatomy, and, you know, like the cover for In Utero is all about those invisible, or the, you know, the clear people with the anatomy inside of it and all that stuff. But I mean, the thing that a lot of people like I'm friends with, that they'll argue the other side of it, because they'll say, well, what about Rome? You know, he overdosed in Rome and they brought him back to life, you know. And but was that an accident? Because it's no mystery that the guy was addicted to heroin. I mean,
And that was never hidden.
Do you know what year that was, the Rome one?
it was, I think it was 93. Like, but I think it was like towards, I don't know, you'd have to look it up, man. But it wasn't,
mean,
it wasn't that
I did
long.
a little bit of digging earlier on, and I'm not sure if she's going to bring that up. I'm not sure if she wants to bring that up.
Bring what up?
So he was supposed, or he did. Some sources say anyway, that he attended the White House in '94. If you look on the website for his tour dates, they say he was at the White House. He was apparently supposed to be in Milan doing a show.
No, I didn't. I did not know that. But yeah, there's
Sorry, trying to switch gears and find it.
yeah. Even on Unplugged, Unplugged was like probably their best live performance they ever had, just because it was intimate, and, you know, and he was very vulnerable and stuff. Like, he felt uncomfortable, but at the same time he wanted it to be quaint the way it was, and interacted with the audience. Like, I have, you know, what we all saw when it aired. Over the years, they've released all the full exact, you know, the entire footage of it, of him sitting there, you know, smoking a cigarette, talking to people in the crowd, making little jokes and stuff like that. But I've read like interviews in the past from like even Dave Grohl that talked about how sick he was when they were doing that, because he basically, you know, like, what do they call it, dope sick, basically. So I don't know. Like, from what I understood, he, you know, he had a bad back, like he had like scoliosis, and there was a pinched nerve that made his stomach hurt constantly. Like, he was in constant just pain and nauseated all the time. And so supposedly he used to drink a lot of codeine, like cough syrup and stuff like that, and then some people, I don't know who it was, but somebody got him into heroin. And there's I can't remember if it's in the Come As You Are book or the Heavier Than Heaven book, but one of the books that was actual, I think it was the Come As You Are book. It was done by Michael Azerrad. And when Francis was born, Kurt was in another room in the hospital because of heroin. Like they were, trying to detox him or something. He was literally on the floor, like sick and throwing up, holding Courtney's hand while Courtney was giving birth at the same time, But he was also extremely protective over his family at the same time. Like, there's audio recordings. You can find them. They're probably on the internet somewhere where, I forget what the lady's name was, but she did a story about them in Vanity Fair, claiming that, Courtney was on heroin at the time that Francis was born, and the baby was actually taken away from them for a brief amount of time. But he called this lady that did the interview with them because they were told that they would leave certain things out, and she wrote a whole bunch of things in this interview, and Kurt was extremely mad. He called this lady and left a whole bunch of like threatening voicemails to this lady. I mean, not like, never said that. He was, he was just very, very angry. How dare you, talk about my wife like that and my child and all this stuff. I mean, you could just hear it in his voice how angry he was, but at the same time, you could tell he was most likely also still, I mean, even in the autopsy report, they talk about the the track marks on his arm. But I mean, he also went to rehab, but he jumped ship. It was like voluntary, like facility. He was able to leave. People claim that he climbed a wall. One of the last famous people to see him was one of the guys in Guns N' Roses. It was like on the plane that he was on when he flew back to Seattle before he supposedly unsubscribed himself. That's what gets me. It's like, how do you not know where he's at? I mean, nowadays things are different. We all have cell phones, and you can keep it tracking on your significant other, or share location, all that crap. But I think in this day and age, that's why it's hard to think back then and be like, how did she just not know where he was? I just have a hard time with her the days that they were supposedly looking for him, after he had already got out and got back home. Like, how did you just not know? How'd you not know? Like, your property was not massive. It was a big house, but it wasn't like, Neverland or anything like that. Like Michael Jackson's property where, oh yeah, he could be over by the giraffes. I don't know. Maybe we didn't look over there. It's just, I'm not trying to make jokes right now, guys, but you know what I mean.
You're fine. First of all, I don't think Kurt would mind, and second,
No.
I think people have healed. People have healed. Yeah, I don't know which link it was, Ash, because some of these are like forever long. But then when I ask if he visited Bill Clinton, it says no. So I don't know. I have to
Well, I
find
don't
out
know.
which one it is.
I wouldn't doubt it though, because there's a VHS tape I used to have back in the day. I mean, they obviously changed and put it in, converted into DVD, but it's called Live Tonight Sold Out. It's got a whole bunch of like behind, backstage, and just them being candid, interacting with each other. I recommend anybody, if you haven't seen it, you should get it, watch it. It's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of really, really cool concert footage and just clips of just Kurt and the guys in Nirvana just just acting like goofballs and just being themselves, basically. And there's a clip in there where Chris Novoselic was talking. I voted for the Clintons. And he said that. He ended up being, into politics and all that stuff. But I don't know if well, I can pretty much, without getting political, but I'm pretty sure Kurt would not have been,
A fan of the current one.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I don't think so. But he also probably would have said something like, I don't want to talk about politics, and,
Yeah.
I heard that he did predict that Donald Trump would become president.
I mean,
False.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't even know if he knew who Donald Trump. Well, no, that's not true, because Donald Trump was definitely known that time, but not the way people know him now.
Yeah. So we were talking about the 27 Club earlier. So here are some of the people that unfortunately are members of the 27 Club, and I feel like there's still even more than this. So obviously we know Amy Winehouse. We're talking about Kurt Cobain right now.
Who's under Amy Winehouse? Sorry, keep going.
No, you're fine. I am not entirely sure as I pulled up a list. So this is Janis Joplin. You have Jimi Hendrix. Do you know that Jimi Hendrix played a Fender Strat upside down and backwards because he was left-handed, but he played a right-handed guitar?
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty cool?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used to sell them at the music store.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so this right here, this is Robert Johnson. He's an American Delta blues guitarist and singer.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna see. Oh, he's on here. Brian Jones from the Rolling Stones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, right here, right? Is that him? Sorry, the pictures that they pull up are different than the ones I have. This obviously is Jim Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It should have a freaking Oh, here we go. Okay. Here's Robert Johnson.
I don't know how
Brian
Robert Johnson died, though. Does it say? Oh, strychnine poison. Jeez, good lord. Poisoned his whiskey? Oh my goodness. So they basically put rat poisoning in his drink.
Yikes.
That's horrible. Wow.
All right. So Brian Jones, Rolling Stones. His heart and liver were heavily enlarged due to excessive drug and alcohol abuse.
Yeah.
On his death, Jimi Hendrix and Jim Morrison wrote songs and poems in honor of the musician. Both celebrities would be dead within 2 years and also become members of the 27 Club.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Jimi Hendrix.
I think Jimi Hendrix choked on his own. He aspirated.
Drowned on his own vomit. Mm-hmm. Janis Joplin, and oddly enough, I don't. Yes, I have noticed that. Mm-hmm. So Janis Joplin, I know a guy who actually painted her apartment when she was still alive, and he said she was just having adult relations on the bed, and he's just over here I'm just gonna paint. She was so free spirited.
She's just a flower child, all in all.
Yep. Then we have Jim Morrison, and that was a heroin overdose.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the one that passed out, died on stage? Was that Jim Morrison?
No, I don't think so. I think he was in in hotel or apartment or something like that. I think it was like a bathroom
Oh
kind of
yeah,
thing.
right here. He took a bath
Yeah.
and found him. Okay. Who am I thinking of? Who died on stage?
Keith Moon, maybe?
Oh,
I
maybe.
think. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know who that is.
So,
I feel bad.
oh,
He was part of
Ron,
the
is
Grateful
it
Dead. Okay.
McKiernan? Yeah, the Grateful Dead. Driving that train high on cocaine. All right. Casey Jones. Gastrointestinal hemorrhage,
Oof.
which was spurred
Yikes.
on by his alcohol abuse. So basically, internal bleeding.
Mhm.
Dave Alexander was a bassist for the punk band The Stooges, oddly enough, which was one
Iggy
of
Pop.
Kurt's favorite
Mhm.
bands. Oh, and he was fired by Iggy Pop. He spent the rest of his life battling addiction. He developed pancreatitis and was admitted to the hospital where he passed away from pulmonary edema. So, not a great way to go. That is fluid in your lungs. It's you basically just
Drowned it.
yeah. Gary Thane, Uriah
Never heard of
Heep.
that band. I would have to know like one of
So
their songs.
heroin overdose. Pete Ham, frontman and main songwriter of Badfinger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Blink 182's they've got a song that's got like a lyric or two about Kurt. I can't remember what song it is, but
Okay. Oh, he unsubscribed from Life. You have Jacob Miller, band Inner Circle.
which isn't Inner Circle the guys that wrote the song for Cops?
Mm-hmm. Bad Boys. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
At a car accident with one of his sons. Ugh.
Okay, that's terrible.
Oh, this guy, Kurt Cobain. We're just gonna put a big question mark on his cause.
And Kristen Pfaff was the bass player for Hole, and it was literally like right there, June. That's what, April, May. It was only 2 months later. Courtney Love was in the studio. They were finishing an album when she died.
Richie Edwards, the weirdest story of the whole lot. He was a guitarist and lyricist for the British band, the Manic Street Preachers. Disappeared. He disappeared the day he and frontman James Dean Bradfield were meant to travel to the USA to do a promotional tour. There was talk he had been spotted around town for a few days after his disappearance, but no one ever saw him again, and he seemed to have fallen off the face of the earth. No one knows if he's dead or alive. In 2014, he was legally presumed dead. Weird.
That is weird.
Hmm.
Should do some research on that, Ash. Figure out what TK. Who the heck is TK?
I don't know why she looks so familiar though.
Yeah.
Part of the Vatsanga tribe. 3 solo albums. 4 SAMA awards. She was offered a recording contract in the UK at one point. She had a party in her hotel room the next day. She was found at 1:30 p.m. Overdose or unaliving. And we have Amy Winehouse. Alcohol intoxication. Oh, such a bad joke for this. Maybe she should have went to rehab.
Yeah.
But she said no. Sorry. I had to. I'm sorry. Okay, so Kim Jong-hyun
Oh, you got at least, I think you have 2 people on this list that aren't, or 2 people that aren't on the list that I just saw. Um,
You can say them. Go ahead.
I don't know if he's on the list or not. I'm waiting for you to. Did you go through the whole list yet?
I think that was it.
Okay, so Jean-Michel Basquiat, he was 27 when he died.
Who?
The artist Basquiat, Basquiat. He's a pretty famous artist. He was good friends with Andy Warhol. Pretty sure he was 27 when he died.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unfortunately, there's going to always be
27.
more. And then Mia Zapata, and she was unfortunately unalived by somebody. There was a big pull with a lot of people in the Seattle scene when she passed away. They did a lot of benefit concerts and stuff for her family. That's a whole other horrible story. She was inward.
I think you can say that. See, I think there are certain words that we can say.
Well, she was murdered.
There you go.
There you
I
go.
guess we'll find out. If not, they'll just take it off. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's sad, but basically kind of one of those like weird curses, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
It's not a club that anybody wants to be a part of, just like what they say on Patriot Pride's channel, the Gold Star moms, nobody wants to be a part of that club either.
Right. Okay. So, oh my gosh, time flies. I can't believe it's already been almost an hour and a half. So it's up to you what you would like to go to next. I will follow your lead. I do have the death certificate and the autopsy stuff pulled up. But I feel like I don't know if we're there yet. Oh, and Sikorsky was gone and now she's back. Did you hear any of that?
No, I accidentally hit the eject button. Sorry.
Oh no,
It was an accident.
She self-ejected her.
Oh, God. What did you say?
Miss Patricia said, "My fave 2 pretty girls on one show. I don't think people can handle all these blessings. You're so sweet. We love you, Miss Patricia. And Ash is pretty too, right? Miss Patricia, I don't want him to feel left out. That's all pretty. Oh, I got an eye roll. That was even prettier. Even better. Okay, so I said I will follow your lead on what you want to go to next. There's so much. I do have the death certificate and like the autopsy stuff pulled up. I don't know if that's I feel like it's almost too soon, but I don't know.
Maybe. I think it's maybe the next show. Maybe we could talk about that. Because I've been emailing you like a whole lot of stuff anyway. But I guess just what gets me is that so the guy was, he was so brief. I mean, if you think about it, it's like 91. Like, even though it was 89, I think was when Bleach was done, but 91 was when Nevermind broke, and he was really good friends with all these people, like the guys in Sonic Youth and Buzz from the Melvins, and and Michael Stipe from REM. They're really good friends. And then Francis is born, I think, in 92. And so, basically, if you think about it, from 91 to 94, that's like, what, 3 years of constant touring and, appearing on award shows and this and that. But I'm telling you, if anybody was to watch that Live Tonight Sold Out DVD, whatever you want to call it, there's a couple of clips. There's like even recently, it's been floating around social media. I saw it the other day, and it's probably because when you talk about stuff, things start popping up, in your social media or whatever, Instagram, whatever it is that you guys are on. There's a famous clip of him where he's about to play "Come as You Are," and his guitar's out of tune, and he just does not care, and he doesn't care at all. He's like, it's almost like he's defiant. He's intentionally singing like obnoxiously. Like, if it's one of those things where if you were at the concert, you would have been pissed. You'd be like, what is he doing? Like, I paid money to see this, and he's intentionally like, just singing so bad on purpose. There was a performance they did on one of those shows in England. I think it was like Top of the Pops or something like that. And they were performing Smells Like Teen Spirit. And they were supposed to play to, the audio was being played, the actual track was being played, and they're just there, on stage, like, and Dave Grohl's like going like this. I mean, he's not even hitting the drums, Chris is like going like this. He's not even playing the bass. Kurt's not even playing his guitar, but he takes the microphone and he starts singing like Morrissey. I mean, he's singing the lyrics, but he's singing really deep, At one point, the microphone starts going inside of his mouth, and he's just, it was like he was just like so tired of it, just tired of just everything they were doing. And that's just, to me, it's just more and more that proves that he was like over it. Just, I don't want to do this anymore, guys. Like, I'm tired of these big, huge venues, that they're playing all these people. They show up at these shows, and they wanted to see a specific, fan, people had a look to them. And then they go play these big arenas, and they've got like these, in Kurt's own words, like yuppie, preppy people there that he felt like, their concert tickets, when they found out how much of these other bands were charging for their concerts, and Kurt was like, what? They're charging what? Like, where? Why aren't we? But that wasn't something that, I don't know. It just wasn't who he wanted to be. I think if he could have had it his way, they would have had enough money to, buy more equipment, eat food, pay your rent, keep your lights on, and, just be able to live comfortably. I don't think the guy ever wanted to really be like some rich, rock star, like, he drove a Volvo, for crying out loud, like just a, I forget, some beater car, and he dressed like he, walked out of a, what my mom used to say, it looks like he just rolled out of bed,
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in the chat earlier was talking about how messy Kurt's hair always was. He yeah, and he painted his fingernails, nail polish on his fingernails, and his pants were ripped. He had, patches on him all the time, and he was so skinny he sometimes wore 2 to 3 layers of clothing, He was short as heck. I think he was like 5'4" or something like that. But
Was he really that short?
He was 5 foot something. He was either 5'4" or 5'7", something like that. But he was not tall. Chris was the one that was tall, like 6'7" or something like that. And but the thing that does make some people go, well, but start looking at all these other things, like he was into guns. He
Can't say that word.
Oh, sorry. He was into pew pews.
I think we're getting taken down one way or the other, so make sure you watch the replay while you're there. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the bells. Yay! Become a member. We love our members. We got to do member only shit here soon.
The next one we'll have to like bleep, get the bleep buttons out or something. If we were to play that clip you played earlier.
Can we do a post boop?
Maybe.
Like after the fact.
Yeah.
Or maybe we need to just record this and not do a live so that when all that stuff comes out, I could just go back and edit it out.
Yeah, can do that too.
So the first page of his diary or journal, he'd probably want to say journal.
Yeah.
It says, he calls it a diary. All right, we're good. Diary it is. It says, don't read my diarrhea.
I thought you said something else.
Diary. Don't read my diary when I'm gone. Okay, I'm going to work now. When you wake up this morning, please read my diary, look through my things, and figure me out. He's just, I don't know. I don't have enough words to say like how interesting he is as a person. Just, yeah.
I definitely would have wanted to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Easily.
Uh-huh. Let's see if there's...
Not do drugs though, but definitely hang out with him. Yes, Kurt was left-handed. What are you doing, Christine?
Nice. Hey, Christian. So are we trying to find new cases? Yeah, Miss Patricia. So me and Sikorsky over here, and we were talking on a stream one night, and we had talked about that we both had a mutual interest in Kurt Cobain and his passing, and started talking about the different theories and the different things, that has come out since. And we're like, we need to do a whole like set of streams on this because it's so much to unpack. We got through kind of part of his timeline. He's a very complicated dude. So we're just getting started with that. I'm waiting to hear back. I think Seth did email me back. So hoping to nail him down for time to go over some more stuff about Sebastian. So, and then Nancy got 3 updates if and when or if ever we will have them. But sorry, there is at least here an update on Nancy Guthrie. Kirk, I don't think he's here right now, but my buddy Kirk, who is always in the chat, K Hunt, he tagged me in something on X saying that he was watching the news and Mark Kelly was on there saying that there is a chance that he's going to take a run at the presidency in 2028.
Well, what are the chances of that, I wonder?
So,
I never thought of that.
Don't you let any of these other motherfuckers tell you that they said it first. You heard it here. If you need timestamps, you go back. You'll find it. You heard it here. And then he said it. But like we called it for him. He clearly saw the episode and then went on the news and said that's a good idea that Justine and Nash thought of. So basically in his head. Sikorsky looks so serious.
Sorry, I was looking for something that I sent you earlier. But yeah, there's so many things. So at some point, I feel like we have to do some kind of disclaimer or something too towards, because I don't want to get sued by Courtney Love. I mean, she ain't gonna get nothing out of me because I don't have any money. But yeah, I wish there was a way. I'm sure it's probably not something that she would ever want to talk about, but I wish there was a way to talk to Frances without it being so invasive, like privacy wise, and not like ask her what her thoughts are, but just kind of, like honestly, what's it like, growing up with your father being like one of the most famous people, in the music industry,
All right, going
and
back. Thanks, Jack.
So someone on X actually said that it would be interesting to do a show on Courtney.
yeah, she's an interesting person, and I'll admit, like growing up in high school, I've said this before, my name is Courtney. And my last name starts with an L. So
You look so different, Courtney Love. Seriously, you're not even blonde anymore. This is crazy.
I used to get so annoyed because I was like obviously okay, here's how much of a Nirvana freak fan I was in high school. When I was 17, that was my junior year of high school. I had a friend that had gotten into a horrible car accident. He went to, you guys remember, you ever heard of that band Goldfinger? Back in the day, they were like a ska punk band. Anyway, one of my friends went to their concert and they were riding in the back seat. They were asleep in the back seat of the car. Another friend of mine was driving. They were coming back from the concert, and my friend that was driving fell asleep, and unfortunately, he hit one of those concrete pylons that underneath an overpass. And my friend that was in the back seat flew, and he went through the windshield, and he was in a coma for about 6 months. And then when he came out of the coma, he was no longer himself anymore. Like he was like a child, basically. He had severe brain damage, and he was pretty much like left in a nursing home for the rest of his life until he passed away about 5 or 6 years ago. And my friend that was driving, he only had minor injuries from it, surprisingly. But he dealt with that guilt and all that stuff for like years. I mean, like on the anniversary of it happening, he would go and check himself into like a mental, facility because he was worried about himself, doing stuff to harm himself. So anyway, that guy that was in the back seat, his name was Brandon, and his birthday was February 22nd. And Kurt's birthday was February 20th.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually went to the grocery store with my mom one day getting some stuff, and I bought, I'm talking like a big birthday cake, like one that you would have at a party, And I asked the people in the bakery to put happy birthday Kurt and Brandon, and I brought it to school. And the way I dressed that day, I wore pajamas to school because Kurt was famous for wearing pajamas on stage when he played and stuff. And some people in school were like, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, I'm a freaking nerd, But hey, you want a piece of cake? All right. This is for Kurt and Brandon, And yeah, I was like that. But and some of the people still talk about that. They were like, I remember when you brought that cake to school for Kurt and Brandon. And that was like, 3 years after Kurt was already gone. But it's like, I don't want to sound like a weirdo, but like, I think about him all the time. I mean, he's influenced me musically. Like, I play guitar and drums, and a lot of my music that I've written myself on guitar and played in a band and all this stuff has definitely been influenced by him. I mean, the first song I ever learned how to play on guitar was Come As You Are. So, yeah. So that's why I'm probably like one of the worst people, I guess, maybe to have to be. I try to keep an open mind about it, and there's more evidence that was to come out one day, but I will say this. No matter what ever happens from this day forward, let's just say even in the future, whenever Courtney's long and gone, even if they were to come out, and say, here's the evidence that proves he definitely did not unsubscribe himself, it doesn't change anything. The guy is gone, but I think it would just make a lot of people that I'm friends with that have had this suspicion that it would just validate their anger. That's about it. Because unfortunately he's gone, and there's no more music to come from him. But
Well,
at least he's internalized. His music's
He
never
is,
gonna
yeah.
it's never gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think the sad thing, like for him, is like he really was an artist that was genuinely interested and loved the music. He didn't do it for the fame. He didn't do it for the money. He didn't do it for any of that. He literally did it for the love of the music. Hello, beautiful.
Hey, how is my two favorite beautiful women?
Hey, Miss Patricia, how you doing tonight?
Doing good.
All right. Hey, Ash.
What do you think about Kurt Cobain, Miss Patricia? You don't really care for him?
Well, my little girl used to listen to him, and to me, they're a little on the wild side,
Mm-hmm.
When you get on that wild side, you're gonna have, uh, you ride hard, you get put up with. That's all I can say. I mean, and the kids. I mean, if they had kids, I can imagine what. Yeah, they probably had stuff, they didn't want for nothing, but they probably missed one important thing, and that was love. Their parents wasn't never there probably, and if they was, they wasn't really there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bad life for a child to grow up in.
Yeah. There's something that I read in one of the books that when Francis was really young, they had a picture of Jesus that was hanging on the wall in their house, and she used to point up at the picture of Jesus and say Daddy. Like she thought it looked like Kurt because the long hair and kind of scruffy, because at certain points he so I feel like it's kind of double-edged sword. It's sad that she was so young when he passed away, but at the same time she's got this legacy that she's been left with. I think she's probably kicking herself about the guitar that she gave away to the first guy she was with. The guitar from Unplugged. She just gave it to the guy.
Well, we all learn from our mistakes. He probably left her with a lot of stuff anyway.
Yeah.
And you have to look at it from her side. I mean, that was a daddy that probably wasn't really around.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was way
even
too young.
Even though that, he gave her everything, or left her everything. Sometimes time is more important. Spending time with family is more important than other things.
Mm-hmm.
You ought to know that with your mom being in the military.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. My that's the thing is like that's why I feel like it's a double-edged sword probably for her, because I know I've read interviews where she says she didn't really like his music that much, to be honest with you, and I think but I think it's because it is painful, because they didn't have.
I mean, it brings back all the memories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if them memories was taking her somewhere, spending time with her, and making music about his family and stuff instead of out here partying and stuff all the time, it would have been different.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to hop on and say I love you, both of you.
Love you
All
too.
3 of you. Where's he at? He done got his
He's
picture
probably
up.
making
He's
popcorn.
hiding.
I don't know. She might have to play the song. She's missing.
He'll be all right.
No,
I
no.
tell you, that girl.
Ashley's here. Ashley's here. Hello,
There.
Patricia. Hello.
There's your boy.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, there's my boy. He's a little
Yeah.
hard-headed, but he'll get there.
Yeah,
Justine's son.
dirty
How you
old
doing?
goat. Service unavailable.
Oh.
Dirty old goat. You the one done that, wasn't you? I was wondering what was wrong. I thought, man.
Justine, does your son listen to Nirvana?
No. He wants to show you how much taller he is than me at 13.
Show us.
Wait. I don't get the okay.
There we go.
Oh my goodness, he's a big boy.
Stand up.
I was thinking like he was a little guy.
Oh my
God,
goodness, 13.
what a munchkin you
Oh
are.
my goodness.
Wow.
Jeez. Thank you. I needed that. That's awesome. Oh my goodness.
I love you, buddy.
Oh.
He's not
Needed
started
that.
school yet?
No, he won't start till September.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
2 of my grandbabies, they already started. They started this past week. And my other 5, they start the 12th, I think.
Yeah, they start in September where I'm at too. Like September 7th, I think.
Goodness gracious. Look at that. Boy, she feed him good. Either that or he's got something in his shoes. He got some fertilizer or something.
They call that like he's growing like a bean sprout.
I'm telling you, these youngers grow up fast now.
Mm-hmm.
One day they 5 and the next day they're driving a car.
Yeah.
There's got to be something in the food and the water these days too, because I feel like even me, I'm 45, and kids are way taller and older looking than what you think nowadays. It's weird, you know.
Well, I've always had to look up to everybody. I ain't never been over 5'3", and I think I'm getting shorter and shorter.
Ugh.
The older I get.
Gotta keep taking them calcium supplements.
I can't. They bad on my joints.
Oh.
Yeah, you get them calcium tablets, boy. They get that calcium builds up your joints. It's like spurs in there.
Oh,
They hardly
yeah.
move.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I really wish.
So what
that...
are y'all doing? Ganging up on Rhythm and Clues tonight?
Oh yeah, we beat him into submission. That's why he's not on camera anymore.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I figured as much.
He's probably doing some research on the side, pulling up more stuff about Materhead.
Well, he needs to.
I'm not that short, you guys. I'm making short jokes.
No,
I've
been looking at some, Sebastian footages and stuff.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I'm getting into that a bit.
Well, I feel sorry for Seth, but I'm going to tell you something. I've heard Dolly talk about the case because Dolly was out there looking for Seth. When Sebastian got gone.
She really isn't that short. She's like 5'7".
Who's 5'7"?
I'm 5'5.5", but bless your little heart.
I'm like almost 6 foot.
Well, I look up to everybody,
No, you didn't. Then you need to do it again.
But the case that I heard of about Sebastian was I heard that his grandparents come in. I think the same day that something was supposed to happen to him or something. and they had an RV and they left. And I always wondered if the grandparents did something with Sebastian. You know, maybe the mom done something to him and hauled him off or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that's a possibility. And then I thought, well, maybe that he had the kids around the neighborhood, maybe they wasn't getting along or something. And then I saw the video of him and his mama at the steakhouse, and for some reason that put me in the mind of The Last Supper. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. I've heard
I
people
mean,
say
it
that he
just,
looked uncomfortable. Like he didn't look.
well, I mean, all they showed was the Sebastian eating, and his mama sitting there, just sitting there. She wasn't eating or nothing. On the video they showed, I don't know if she ate or what, but she was just sitting there like like hurry up, we got to go or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful. But I do
Well,
think the police up there got something to do with that.
there's a link, Army Vet. If you want to come up, we can have round 2 since you flaked earlier. Don't peddle no, we got to go do something in the Middle East BS. You flaked. You were scared. You had to run.
What was he scared about?
I'm just trying to get him up here. Shh. I'm just
I
trying to...
thought he had nads.
Hey, Christian.
Mm-mm-mm.
Red
You're
shirt.
muted.
Come on, Army Vet, get
There you
up here. Now, who did you say was running for president?
Mark Kelly.
I knew it.
And I tell you what, that boy can run. He is athletic as F.
Who?
Mark
Oh,
Kelly, have you
Mark
not?
Kelly, yeah.
Have you not seen him?
No, I don't watch him.
Yeah, it's very athletic.
I retired after hearing them two argue today. I am no longer a counselor. I went to get a counselor for my counseling.
Who was arguing?
You don't even want it, man. They had my chat confused, subscribers confused, the host confused. We was playing guessing. We were so confused, and we was having a relationship discussion. Sikorsky, make that make sense. And nobody knew what. Boy, girl, I private that and threw it in the trash. I was like, no. I private that damn video and threw it away. Y'all confused.
Yeah, I think we confused everybody. It happened last time when we did something on here or whatever, and we were talking about relationships or something, and everyone's like, "What?"
I went back to the Iran war. Yeah, I was like, I got to go back to the. That's a shame when you have a relationship conversation with them too, and then you got to go back to the Iran war for peace. That should tell you something. That should tell you something.
I mean, that was waving that white flag.
Man, I got out of there. I was like, I'm done. I'm take me back to Iran.
I told you. I told you.
I was like, I'm done.
It's like, I gotta go. Bye.
I know, he had me on it. I was on with him, and when he went off, he cut me off.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we were just booted.
Anyway.
Dissed and dismissed.
Yep. Oh, that was hilarious. I still don't understand y'all argument though. Y'all, it came down to what color hearts, and then I was like, I know it's time for me to go.
Yeah. Yes,
a heart is a heart.
Ash.
Now, a yellow heart means I like you, right? And a red heart means
I thought it meant
love you.
Nancy.
I don't know. I just stopped doing hearts because females get jealous, so I just leave it alone.
Well, I thought a heart was a heart. I didn't know everybody had a certain color heart.
Shit. These women crazy.
I get green hearts all the time. I don't know what that means.
That wasn't a me thing, homie.
What?
I remember.
All right. So anyways, what else you guys want to talk about?
Butterscotch.
Y'all are excited I think I have an echo. Y'all are excited
I don't hear an echo.
about Mark Kelly.
Oh no,
Oh
I'm
my
very
lord.
excited that we were right. That's
I'm
all.
excited that y'all are saying his name now. I'm not.
Mark Kelly, Mark Kelly, Mark Kelly, Mark Kelly.
Yeah, as long as you don't put him nowhere, you can say his name.
Dude, he's gonna show up. He's like fucking Beetlejuice, man.
Oh, maybe he had something to do
What
with
do you
Kirk.
think he's gonna win?
Look,
Was
When he
he
drops
the
that Nancy
guy
Guthrie
wearing the
info.
monkey suit? Was he the
Look.
guy wearing the monkey suit
Hey,
look,
that he did in
somebody
space?
mentioned a couple weeks ago, and I truly believed it on somebody else's stream, and I don't remember, but they said, wouldn't it be a coincidence? Mark Kelly runs for presidency in 2028, and then all of a sudden, while he's running, I think it was you, Justine, but or Sikorsky or whoever, but I think it was Justine. But wouldn't it be funny how all of a sudden he's running for president, and then we get breaking news? Oh, look, we found Nancy Guthrie. Wouldn't that help his campaign out? We've arrested the suspects, and we found Nancy. What not a better way to push his campaign for presidency?
I don't think he's going to. I think he wants the notoriety,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's going to become president.
There's been more breaking news about Kurt Cobain than there has been about the Guthrie case.
There's been
That's the
more about
truth.
John Bonet.
Yeah. Like, I got angry about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Guthrie stuff.
Well, now
is-
they did come out and say that Carlos guy, some of his people driving a truck, saying that he might have had something to do with that.
7 months later.
I think the truck had come. Yeah. I think what it brought it up was is they're all suing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
suing.
suing Nanos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And-
all that was the
and,
Fourth Amendment
I think
violation.
the
All that
truck
was
had
the Fourth
come-
Amendment.
Well, I brought
Yes.
it up on my. I went live earlier.
It was called Herman.
I went live earlier, and I brought out on my
Patricia,
stream
do you-
that. Go ahead, Patricia.
You listen to Dolly
Listen to who?
Dolly Vision.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well,
But I went live on my channel earlier, and I brought up that Nanos had come out and said that they've already spent almost $4 million investigating the Nancy Guthrie case. $4 million of taxpayers' money, and still we're at a dead end. And then now he's fixing to get hit with two major lawsuits. You know, this Carlos guy in Rio Rico suing for $3.25 million, and then Luke Daly is also suing. That amount hasn't come out yet. So here it is. Sheriff Nanos is fixing to get hit with probably close to $9-10 million lawsuit.
And what do you think's going to happen there?
Nothing.
I think he's probably going to be
Absolutely
forced to
nothing.
resign.
No.
Nothing's going to happen.
Absolutely nothing.
Luke Daly's
Somebody
mom-
will. Somebody's going to
What?
swat that shit away.
Look at what Trump said today.
Luke Daly's mom's suing too.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
don't
there's
matter who
3
sues.
lawsuits
They're all going to
altogether.
get laughed at.
Do you
for.
think I could sue? Because I'm also emotionally distressed.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Whoa. Do y'all think the lawsuit gonna go through? Yes or no?
No.
I'm on.
No,
Well,
no.
Well, they
Yes,
can't.
it's
I
I
gonna
mean,
don't
they
go
have
through.
to, unless they
I
have
don't
a
know.
reason
I
for it to be
know.
dismissed.
Wow.
I know the original claim that Carlos put out there and his attorney was unlawful detainment. They did damage to his property when they busted down the door for the search warrant.
True.
And all this different kind of stuff. He filed a claim. Pima County dismissed the claim, basically means saying that we're not going to settle out of court. So he decided to file the actual lawsuit to take it to court.
Yep, that's what he's supposed to do.
So,
And they're gonna win. Every last one of them gonna win. You wanna know
yeah,
why?
they're going to win.
Because they haven't showed y'all the warrants yet.
Search warrants.
Because there was
Yeah.
none. These
Exactly.
are Fourth Amendment. These are Fourth Amendment violations, which we said at the beginning.
You know, but because apparently they have the warrants sealed to where nobody can see them. And what the probable cause was for them to, you know,
So they can
go to
just
this
make up
man's
a warrant.
house and bust his door down and scare the piss out of his family and then hold this man in the back of a cop car for up to 8 hours, cuffed in the back of a cop car, not going down to the station to get questioned, but questioned in the back of a cop car for 8 hours.
The thing about it is,
We
what
know
if he did
we
it?
know what Pima County do in the back of their cop cars, don't we?
No.
Exactly.
But I know it's a Fourth Amendment violation. All of this is Fourth Amendment violations. All
Well,
of it.
and then
Everything.
on top of these lawsuits, you got to think. Then we've got 857, Juice, and Alex with their lawsuits for their First Amendment rights.
Yeah, but that's like 20. That'd be like 25, maybe 30,000.
But either way, it's still
Yeah, they're gonna get it. But that's nothing. That's a First Amendment violation. They do that all the time in First Amendment auditing. That's nothing. Their lawsuit is nothing. The rest of them, putting them on the internet, that is, they can't
major.
sue the FBI. Yeah, they can't sue the FBI, so they have to sue Pima County.
Well, I mean, my thing is, why would you sue the FBI? The FBI had nothing to do with this. This was Sheriff Nanos and Pima County. It was their SWAT team that did this.
I have on all these lawsuits, behind the scenes, all these lawsuits that y'all are starting to see come up, even Derek, is to get information from the lawyers. They're trying to understand who did what, and they're trying to get them to unseal all of this. So that lawsuit is trying to get who told you what, and what they're trying to get all this stuff unsealed behind the scenes. That's why they're getting different lawyers, and different lawyers are trying to go in, trying to get this stuff. I think allegedly one of my lawyer friends said Juice them can do the exact same thing. Get them to unseal who made this and who told you this, if they can get them inside of a courtroom to get Nanos on trial. I mean, in the room, then you can ask Nanos the questions. But it's just legal shit that they're doing behind the scenes. Y'all, it's some fights going on back there. I promise you.
It's a heavyweight fight, that's for sure.
It damn sure is. Lawyers
This is like back in the day.
Yep.
This is like back in the day of Tyson. This is Mike Tyson in his prime back there fighting.
There's some fights, y'all.
I'd like to be the one sitting out collecting the money.
They doing something.
So will they be doing anything against the FBI then? Because surely they're in the same boat. I mean,
you can't sue the FBI. You can't sue the government. They have what is it called, y'all? Something liability. What
immunity.
Something
immunity.
Yeah, all government officials are shunned from that. Something immunity, y'all. Whatever that immunity is, that you can't sue the government. You can't sue a government official.
Yep.
You got to go down, not up.
And that's why it was brought out against, like you said, Army vet, against Pima County and Chris Nanos and the Sheriff's Department, because they know that they can't sue the FBI.
They're going after his head.
I hope they get his house and his car.
They're gonna figure out what he knew. They want to call him on. They want to know what he knows. You get on that.
You can't blame him.
You get on that trial and you raise your hand. You have to tell the truth.
I mean, you know what you know.
He'll commit perjury.
We know enough about Nanos, but
he knows something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, of course he does. That's what he was. He was fucking working for whoever else to mess up that crime scene, to delay everything, to keep the FBI out, to take that fucking vehicle, to strip it of everything, all the DNA and whatever that was inside of it, crush it, whatever the fuck they did with it, because they didn't get the same vehicle back. Right? So
Exactly. I agree. And that's why, when Nanos does these interviews, all we get is word salad. That's why he always avoids the hard questions. Oh, well, I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. I can't reveal that. Just like he come out the other day, and this was something new that come out. And the question I have, he said he come out and said that they're combing through thousands of videos and photos. Okay,
just
so
trying to buy time, just trying to buy more time.
Thousands of videos? Where did y'all get these thousands of videos? For one, and why is it we only have 2 videos that we're allowed to look at? You know, you
Well,
want
you ain't
closure in
gonna
this
show
case.
everything.
You know, you want
When-
closure in this case. You know, and you say, oh well, if I release this, it'll hurt the case. Not every video is going to hurt the case, but put something out there to where it'll jog somebody's memory of like, oh wait, I've seen that vehicle, I've seen this person, and they could call into the FBI and say, hey, I know where this person's located, or this, that, and the other. You know, but instead they want to hide everything, keep everybody in suspense.
Because if
Hey,
you
Army
knew
Vet, you got
Yeah,
a
what's up,
few
babe?
days coming off.
A
You
little
get, you
bit.
getting a few days
And
off
you
pretty
know-
soon.
Yeah.
You know damn
Well-
straight that one of the family had access to
Yeah.
them cameras. There's no
I'll
way
tell
on
you-
earth. I mean, especially C.
Snow.
You would think C would have.
Well, you know, Rhythm and Clues, you're right about that because, you know, at the beginning they said that there was a subscription, and then all of a sudden now they're coming out and saying that there was never a subscription.
Not,
you know,
even if they didn't have a subscription, even if that was the case and that was legit, somebody had access to those cameras.
Exactly.
Well, if
to
y'all
check on
remember, Savannah said that Cameron was the protector. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
And I want to tell you something else. Anybody down there, when Nanos go to court, if I could get in that courtroom, that would be a hell of a stream. Y'all could really make some dough off of that if y'all could get in that courtroom.
Yeah, I agree, badass.
Because you put that on live and put that on
I forgot my phone.
and let everybody hear that, what he's going to say on that, in that chair up there. I'd like to
So-
be a fly on the wall like that.
Why do you think, Army Vet, that the FBI are carrying on with the stupidness then? With the one strand of freaking hair, but it's all broken or whatever, you know, when we know for a fact that you shed hundreds within a week, if not thousands. Yeah. There's more than one hair in that friggin' house.
If I'm right, now which I hope, allegedly, if I'm right, if this is national security, the FBI have been locked out. And this,
okay, but the question I got, Army Vet, is FBI was out there. Why didn't they take the mat from the front door?
They didn't.
Why didn't they take, you know, why didn't they take all that and send it to Quantico? You know, there's DNA evidence on that mat. You know that there's DNA evidence on that.
Oh, there weren't just one. There was five.
Yeah,
five.
Yeah. Usually the obvious question is right. They didn't need it.
There was five. There was a baseball bat sitting in there, sitting in the garden.
He told you we had camera footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And he got DNA.
DNA that they're having a hard time trying to separate. Knowing the technology that we have, because they actually have a machine that can separate it and track it.
Yep. They got the same technology that they found out who Osama something Laden was in less than 30 seconds.
Did you guys hear that interview the other day with Nanos when he was talking about how, like, well, you know, just because someone's been cleared doesn't mean that they aren't. I about threw my phone at the TV when he said that.
Yeah.
I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. Like, somebody just stop letting him talk. Just stop.
Oh, well, somebody does. The same guy who's often sitting in the background.
No, he just let him dig himself a deeper hole. Is all
He's
doing.
an idiot.
He's stopped him a few times.
And he
He's
moves
the
his
idiot.
hands so much. when he
He's an
talks.
idiot, and I get it, and I get it, and I get it. He's an idiot. I get it. I get
Everybody
it.
else there's an idiot.
He shows his intelligence more and more that he
I
talks.
get it. But what do you think he meant by that? About the DNA? Just think about what he just said.
They had a dead end.
No, he is saying that why y'all stop asking about the DNA? Is that Quantico? Why don't y'all ask the FBI? Which y'all are not going to do. Y'all going to go right back to stupid Nanos. But the DNA is in Quantico, which the CIA has, which the FBI can get if asked. But y'all are not going to y'all ain't even going to touch that. Y'all gonna go right back to
Yeah, but
nano.
we just found out that the FBI has got something to do with it. Nanos is saying that 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 was him and he wasn't having nothing to do with the FBI.
Listen to what he is saying without saying it. He is saying public, United States public, DNA, DNA, DNA. Do you know where is that, America? It's at Quantico, where we know it's
Exactly.
the top secret, but y'all are talk. He is telling y'all, but y'all not listening because y'all got y'all mind focused on use the evidence to lead y'all. The DNA is at Quantico. If we are the most leading technology country in the world, that should tell you the FBI and Quantico and Trump and all of them know who this is. But I'm gonna put the idiot out there, so the shiny object, so you can just follow this idiot. The evidence is at Quantico. The evidence is at Quantico.
Exactly.
We bombing nanos.
It's at Quantico. Cash Patel took it.
Yes, he did.
I just know when they try to distract y'all, it pisses me off because the media let it happen.
Yep.
Even the media know the DNA is at Quantico, and nobody's even saying one thing about it.
No, they're all concentrated on stupid nanos.
He know when it pop out. He's the puppet.
Yep.
They
It's a
slap him upside the
distraction.
head. Yep. Slap his ass on the side of the head, and he go out doing his dance.
It's a distraction, is what it is.
Yeah. We all know what the DNA is right there.
Exactly.
I heard somebody say tonight that he reminds them of Pee Wee Herman.
That dude got a hand so far up. He is if y'all don't understand, this dude is a puppet.
He's a puppet.
He is the biggest, dumbest puppet Pinocchio you can ever think of. He's a puppet. That dude that y'all say dance and he dances, go out there and dance. He going out there and he's a stripper.
Who's got the strings, Army vet?
Pima County.
That's some short strings.
Look, that Nanos is the stripper.
Hey, you know it. You know what would be funny if everybody knows who Jeff Dunham is, right? Wouldn't it be funny if Jeff Dunham came out one day and he pulls out a puppet and it's a puppet of Sheriff Nanos?
Oh, he's got his hand up his butt right now.
Honestly,
somebody does.
Honestly, if I was, and this is just me, this is the legend. If I was Cameron, this dude would be deleted by now. If I was Cameron,
yeah,
with his training and his friendships, yeah, I would have. Hey, dog, he right here.
Oh, Nanos better watch out. He might be on the hit list. Him and old Tater too.
You don't think the whole intelligence community trying to slip him evidence? Military.
They get rid of Nancy. They ain't gonna mind getting rid of old Barney Fife down there.
You're right, Army Vet.
If I know he know.
Of course, I know too. I'm an expert.
Well,
myself,
if you both know, I've known for a lot longer.
No, I don't know jack shit.
They would have slipped them.
We were never here, were we?
You know, every ex-Navy, intelligence, special forces, Delta Force, SEAL Team 6. You tell
Power Ranger.
All of these people find
Power
out that his
Ranger.
mom.
Green Boys. Wasn't it the Green Boys?
A pilot mama's missing? Man, whatever. Everything. He got everything. I promise you he does.
Yeah.
Right,
what you playing, Sikorsky?
I don't even know if she can hear us or not.
She know how to play guitar. Impressive.
I was playing a Nirvana song, but I was muting my mic.
Impressive.
Oh, play it
So I
again.
won't get sued. No. Heck no.
Impressive.
It's because it'll probably sound exactly like it because I was playing it on an acoustic guitar. And then Courtney's gonna come in and be like, "You can't play that." So
I'm
True,
impressed.
Courtney.
I'm
she
impressed.
should calm down because the Army vet, he's like Michael Jackson and Kurt Cobain were my biggest musical influences.
They were mine too.
Mine is kind of different. I think
Hey.
mine is Sam Cooke and
I mean, even Chuck D from Public Enemy was a huge Nirvana fan.
oh yeah, I studied their music at the School in New Orleans.
Hmm
I studied his style.
That's simple, very simple. But you know,
How old is Frances now?
she's 33 years old.
Wow.
Hmm
Hmm. That's
She
that
looks
age too.
she looks like both of her parents, but I think she looks more like her dad because she's got his
She
eyes,
does. She does.
those piercing blue eyes.
Ain't nothing
But
wrong with blue eyes.
I got blue eyes.
I do too.
I
I
have
do
no
not.
eyes.
I do not.
Well,
What
I
I
just
color
have.
hope
your
you
eyes,
don't go
Justine?
down the same road.
Hmm.
What color are your eyes?
Mm,
Green.
greeny, hazel, something weird.
Yeah, I knew it.
Mine are hazel also.
Never look into a woman's eyes.
Me free.
Yeah, they will take your
Medusa.
soul. They will take your soul.
Turn
Don't
to
do it,
stone.
fellas. Don't do it,
Look
fellas.
right in this corner and give me all your super chats. I'm just
Oh my
kidding.
god! I was looking right at you too. I was like hypnotized
Hey, you've
for
been
a
giving
second.
YouTube them.
Like you said,
Oh.
Army Vet. Like you said, Army Vet. Do not look into a woman's eyes.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah,
You
take
will
your
empty
damn
your
soul.
wallets.
I wish.
They play
I'm
those.
just kidding.
They'll start playing Jedi mind tricks on you.
Yeah. I had a girl that chased me when I wouldn't look at her eyes. She was like, I'm like, nope, nope, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Ain't looking, I ain't doing it.
Have you ever? I had this ex-boyfriend of mine. We used to joke around like sometimes when we would kiss.
What did
like,
you do with
just
him?
to be funny?
What did you
he
do
would,
with him?
He would
You said you-
intentionally be like,
Where's Nancy?
keep his eyes wide open when you
What?
know when you kiss
What'd
each
you do
other.
with them?
She had. What's she done with him? Come
He's in
on,
Florida.
we're in
He's
crime
alive.
business here. Come
Stared
on.
at him to death,
He's in
apparently.
What you done?
Florida. He's alive. He's with his other girlfriend.
What's his name? We need to look. We need to check.
Pause.
I'm gonna need to verify this independently.
Christopher.
Y'all leave
I'll
me
tell you that
girl
much. That's
alone.
it.
Did
He wasn't good enough. That's all it
did we
was.
check her DNA when she hit the like button? Was her DNA scanned?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I can't even find the like button because I'm in StreamYard. I have to click out of here and I'll hit the like button when I leave. I'll tell you that.
You're right.
Because this was a good stream and you guys have no idea what's to come.
Oh yes, this
Excellent
was.
There's a whole lot more to talk
I
about.
caught the tail end of it because I was live on my channel tonight. I had an excellent stream. So
You'll have to go back and watch it because
You know
Oh,
what?
I'm
I don't
definitely-
want to hear none of that. Me and Sikorsky had this planned for like a whole hour and a half. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah. And it's been
I mean,
planned even
okay,
longer. It's
okay,
just we
Justin,
finally
okay.
pulled the
you know, I know
the
y'all were
lever on it.
talking about doing a stream in Nirvana, but y'all really didn't come out and say when y'all were gonna
Well,
do it.
to be honest with you, she said this. We've been talking about. It's actually been longer than a couple weeks because she brought it up like a long time ago because we were talking about stuff on Patriot Pride's channel one night. But she's been wanting to do this for a while, and like for the past, ever since I was, in the process of moving, it was kind of put on the back burner for me. But we kept talking about it, and so I think it was like last night or the night before. She messaged me and was like, "Hey,
You win.
why don't we get this going and stuff?" And then yesterday, or was it yesterday or today? that you
Today.
messaged me and were like, yeah, today. She was like, oh my gosh, we have to do this now because stuff came out on TMZ.
Yeah, see?
So
That was just crazy timing that it came
it
out on
was.
TMZ,
It
and we
was.
had been
It was
talking
like
about it.
meant to be. It was like, okay, it's time.
Well, you know, just
Gotta
like
do it.
Sikorsky and I are gonna do a joint stream
You're
on
missing
Chris
this.
Cornell's Soundgarden, so
Mm.
eventually we'll get that together.
What the
Oh,
heck is that,
do you know,
Ash?
oddly, let's tie this back for 1 second. You know what
Okay.
else Ash
Sponsored
found?
by Breathe Right.
What is that?
It's funky
Okay.
fresh, is what that is. It's
I
for
don't know.
your. It's for your
Alien over there.
nostrils.
UK
Huh?
is on
Naming
10.
my co-host name. But the real
Do you want your partner to stop snoring at night? Shove this up its hooter. It fits just
UK
right.
is
Oh my
on
God.
It has an
15.
LED light. You wanted
That's-
entertainment. She said entertainer, so there you go. There you go.
Are you quoting Nirvana lyrics now?
This is you. I'm so.
Here we are now, Ash. Entertain us.
I mean,
Look at old Rudolph over there.
Yes, I'm hyped.
I don't know if it's Rudolph. I'd be more like, what are the other ones' names? Blitzen?
Donner,
Yeah.
Blinson, Vitzen.
Oh my gosh, we just went from
Thomas
17
Davis.
people to 9. You scared the crap out of us.
oh, look at that. Oh, oh,
Oh, he's going
oh,
crazy.
oh.
He's going crazy.
Sikorsky, are you going on yours?
Yo.
What did y'all do
Whoa.
to
Yeah,
Oh, what
kind of.
the
I
hell?
think so, because you inspired me to go
Zoom.
poke around and make some music stuff.
What did y'all do to
Just all
Ash?
the
This
people
is the
over
most
in the
active
UK
I've
act
seen
like
Ash
that.
on a panel.
You can
Normally
schedule
Ash
it
is
if you
pretty
want.
quiet.
We can get off here.
I had to be
whenever.
quiet for
I
this
saw
one because I
people
didn't know
over here.
jack shit about it. So I was
I thought people
interested.
over here in the US was crazy.
That's the best thing when I have these mics, because we can talk to each other.
I know. They're not even paying attention.
I am so confused. I need a gummy. See what I'm saying?
Oddly enough, you guys weren't paying attention, but she heard everything that I said. I promise you, she did.
Yeah.
This is why I need a counselor.
maybe Justine.
Oh, I'm available.
Maybe
What are we-
Justine
what are we
needs to
talking
do
about
her
today?
psychotherapy BS on Army Vet.
I'm so confused.
Maybe you ought to let
Oh,
her
maybe
Got her
that's it.
glasses on. She's serious now.
Army Vet is the subject.
No. Look at badass. I'm confused too, baby girl. I'm finna. Shit.
Justine put her glasses on. Y'all watch out.
No, I told her I needed a counselor, and she said she got me.
Please sit back on the couch and tell me
Shit.
what is the problem.
Who hurt
Well, I
you?
really don't need a counselor.
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
I just learned a new term, rage baiting.
Y'all.
Please don't, Army Vet. Who hurt you?
Y'all.
Y'all. He says y'all. He's not saying y'all. I got to tell you something. He's saying y'all.
I'm honest. I told you. I'm tell the truth. Even gonna
He's
get me in
honest,
trouble.
Abe.
Yeah. Even if it
Okay.
Get me in trouble.
So we need to know. This is a safe space. This will not go anywhere outside of this room
Confidential.
and YouTube, which is
Mhm.
available to the world.
hmm
Who hurt you?
This is why I am never gonna date on the internet. Ain't
What
never
is the
happened.
safe word? What is the safe word?
Meatloaf. The safe
Pineapples,
word is
bitch.
meatloaf.
It's-
No, it's
yeah,
meatloaf.
yeah.
Does anybody get why I say meatloaf?
Meatloaf
No.
was a great was a great
Because
singer.
the lyric, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. That's
But
why
I
always say
won't
meat.
do
Yeah.
that.
I say peanut butter.
Ooh.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Yeah. My granddaughter learned that song. She was the
Chicken noodle
cutest little
soup and a
thing.
can of Coke.
I don't know. Are you YouTube drunk? Pretty.
Army vet, I'm starting to feel like you. I think I need a counselor too.
I kiddo was banging on the wall for me to go say goodnight
Yeah,
to him, though.
yeah. She's been on the internet.
Well,
Yep.
657 days sober.
Yay! Congratulations.
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 I'm a
Yes.
big girl now. I don't drink anymore to solve my problems or take gummies.
Shit.
There you go. You stay straight. We need a clear mind in this world.
Women
Oh no,
love
I
you
never
crazy.
claimed that.
I'm 20 years sober.
Damn.
Arby, congratulations.
Hey.
I used to drink, but I don't drink no
I'm
more.
6 hours sober, but you know.
I'm 1 year single.
1 year single. Oh, I got
Yes.
you beat. And I've been
I got you
married
beat,
3
Army
times.
vet. Yeah, I got you beat on that one.
No.
Yeah, man. I've been single since 2000 or 2022.
My name's Arby Vet.
Women are single by choice.
Okay.
You can find a woman can find anybody they want to. It's
Not
just
me. Everybody thinks I'm a lesbian.
pause. That was different.
Where's Nancy? Where the hell is Nancy? Come on.
Pause.
Where's
Come on.
Kurt Cobain?
Look
Where's
at
Kurt Cobain?
you. Pretty. Look at UK.
Hello. What the way?
He
Where
came back, he's like,
Nancy?
wait, what? He said the L word.
Now, Sikorsky, you know you're not that way.
You should have
That
seen
was
me
that-
at my friend's parents' house last night. I haven't seen them in 15 years, and I sat down. We were sitting there talking about something, and I was talking to my friend's mom's best friend, who's sitting next to me, and she's sitting there drinking a glass of wine. She's 3 sheets in the wind, and she was talking to me about my health and stuff. She's like, "Oh, you should get your eyes checked and make sure you go to the the lady doctor and all that stuff, because da da da." And I was like, and I went like this, and I was whispering to her, and I was like, "I've already gone through the change," and she was like, "The what?" And she thought for a second that I meant that I was, going to
Oh,
change
my
my gender. And I was like, "No, I'm already gone through menopause." And she's like, "What? You're only 45." I was like, "Yeah, well, I don't know. I've already, that's where I'm at." And then my friend Stephanie brought up the fact that we lived together, and she was talking about, I don't know, she mentioned something about
Does
us.
anyone know what Ash is on? Sorry.
I have no.
I am on lots, bro.
Sorry, Sikorsky.
He's on bath salts.
This is crazy.
Oh, we gotta stay away from that K2 412. I don't remember whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, her daughters were joking around and told some of their friends, my mom's lesbian friend's coming to live with us. And I was like, what the? I'm not. And they were like, they just tell them that because we joke around all the time. And, I don't drive a Jeep. I don't have a fanny pack,
They shouldn't do that.
No, but it doesn't bother me because I'm just me. I don't care about. It's like Army Vet just said, I choose to be single, So
I don't blame you for that, but they shouldn't do that either.
it doesn't
Just tell
bother
you
me.
got better sense than a lot of women out here.
They just
That's what
basically
I
said that
tell
because I'm like more of like the quote unquote man of the house in a way, because I brought my tools with me and stuff, and I know how to fix things, and my friend Stephanie doesn't even know how to change the Wi-Fi password. So yeah, I hope she's not going to watch the stream later.
Microphone trying to eat my hair.
You got when you live by
There you go,
yourself,
the
you
machines
got
are
to learn
talking.
stuff like that.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
interesting.
I wish I was 3
Yeah.
sheets to the wind.
This is interesting.
Nah,
I
it's
wonder
annoying.
if people over UK dress like
I might break my 20 years of sobriety and go 3 sheets to the wind one time.
The last time I wore a dress was at my college graduation.
Wow.
And I didn't even have to wear
You
one
was
because I was
pretty.
wearing a gown. But
Why don't women like wearing dresses in 2000?
because I got weird knees, man. My knees look like
they
weird
always
looking.
gonna blame something, y'all. They always blame.
Women don't like to wear dresses because they're sometimes it's real uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Most
you got to
of the
sit a
time,
certain
woman
way.
will-
You got to walk a certain
Well,
way.
no, what it is,
Yeah.
they ask their significant other, does this dress make me look fat?
Whoa.
We all know that we fat.
Shut down. Nope, you can't answer that one.
Yeah. That's
We all,
a,
we all know that we're fat. We just wanted to know what you're gonna come up with when we ask you that.
I just weighed myself 2 days ago. I weigh 107. I'm
Well, you
underweight.
ain't fat.
No, I'm
Yeah.
underweight right now.
I
My friends
think
are
white
trying to
women-
fatten me up.
I weighed
Y'all
myself
are-
the other day, and the scale said to be continued until next time.
Y'all are setting me up, and y'all are
I'm
crazy.
gonna be on my 600-pound life next season. Woo!
Woohoo!
Y'all are crazy.
I got on
think
the scale and it hollered back at me, "What elephants in the room?"
What the fuck? What is going on in life?
That's my impression of an elephant.
I will let you know. I
I'm
just went
so-
to get my son a water, and JLR is on in my living room.
Oh my god!
Is he
I'm
watching
sorry.
it?
You
Is he
must have
watching JLR?
The
AirPods on.
level of betrayal. No, I don't
Do
really. I prefer
that
it that
would be
way. It's
hilarious.
fine.
Did you guys see the Netflix documentary about the Idaho 4 that just came out?
Mm-mm.
I seen some of it.
It's like a
What
3-part
do y'all think?
series.
Yeah,
JLR's in it.
yeah, I seen that, and they had BB's name up in there and CC's too.
Mm-hmm.
They need
Yeah.
to watch that. But
Yeah, Sikorsky
what
was
did
talking about
what
it
did
last
you
night. That JLR's in that documentary.
Mm-hmm.
what did
So
you
is
think
Brian.
about
Is he
the
really?
outcome of it?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
they show him straight up like walking around,
Yeah,
you know,
He
talking.
gonna
everything.
he gonna be in Nancy Guthrie's documentary.
Yeah, he
Oh,
will.
Nancy
Lord.
Guthrie is not even going to be in Nancy Guthrie's documentary.
I know.
Probably.
I know.
Who-
Ain't that
who-
something?
Pee Wee Herman.
Who do
You
you
got more
think that they're
chance of
going to
that
get to play
strand of hair
Nancy?
being.
Who do you think that they'll get to play
I feel
Nancy
like when I
Guthrie in
used to
Nancy
trip,
Guthrie's documentary?
I'm available.
I used to eat mushrooms back in the day, and you could hear like 17 people's
That's a good
conversations at once.
question.
Yeah, but if we talk like this,
Gigi
then people
has
don't
to
even know that we're
text it to-
talking.
It's like we're on those
Who are they going to get to play Sheriff Nano?
strings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who do you think they gonna
Her
get to
next
play
to him.
JR in
You
the
should go get a
movie?
cup right now, and I'll put one by my ear, and then you put one by your ear. You'd
I
have
think they
Ash
gonna
hold
get
the
Pee
string
Wee
in the
Herman to
middle.
play JR.
Y'all two are crazy.
What's
Who you
going
calling
on here?
crazy?
Y'all two.
Are you
Yeah,
rage
y'all go
baiting?
on ahead. We're fine. We could actually hear each other. You guys just keep talking.
I hear everything. I'm trained to spot. Here, listen, never mind. No, y'all crazy.
Who else are you listening to right now, Army Vet?
Who? When? Where?
Who's on
See-
first?
Yeah.
What's on second?
Told you. I got him.
Hey,
Gigi has a
UK.
text in it. What do you mean
Yeah.
she's got a text in it?
Uh-oh.
Sure,
I'm gonna
her.
text that bitch right
It
now.
says Gigi's name up on that, but I don't know if it's the same Gigi.
I don't know. I'll have to ask her.
They were showing random comments from YouTube streams. They were throwing them up on the screen.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you might see one of mine
I
there then.
hope we don't catch the fucking shit I said.
The first week I was going on about bleeding M off.
It's the only time.
You're gonna catch the ones where it's gonna be like
I
Rhythm
am your
Clues. Mark Kelly for
father.
president 2028. Pretty Little Clues. Mark Kelly for president 2028. Just be us back and forth. Mark Kelly.
Hey, UK.
Yo,
You got guys over there now wearing their pants down to their knees.
What?
I got what now?
Yeah, we got
I
what?
say you got boys and guys coming over there. You said they was coming over there, the illegals over where you live
I
at.
think Mark
yeah,
Kelly would
loads,
make a
loads.
great president. No,
Loads. Every single port in the UK, multiple times a day. They get the lifeboats go out. You know, come back with like 70 at a time in each and every port around the UK, and they get straight on the coach. You never see them again. And that happens at every port. Probably, I'd say a minimum of 12 to 15 times a day, every day, at every port.
So they coming in or going out?
Coming in.
All
No
right,
women,
when they
no
come-
children, men.
When they coming in, do they got their pants down below their ass?
I don't know that. I'm not checking that kind of
Well,
shit out. I just know
Well, I want to tell
I
you
see it.
something. That's what we see over here.
So
Most of them.
there's a bloke that goes around a lot of the ports. He's called I'll give him a shout out, I suppose. It's called AY Audits. And he's pretty big. He's pretty big in like around the UK.
I was just wondering, I heard about them people over there. Where was that at? Over there in Europe somewhere, where they go around half naked and stuff. You got them kind of people over there too?
The Nick stuff.
Huh?
Nicotine?
Did you say they nick stuff?
Oh, they nick.
No, naked. Half
Naked?
naked.
Like
ass naked. No, but no, not that I know of.
Oh, okay. Well, don't be surprised if you ain't got some coming over there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep. Get all kinds of them on them boats.
Takes all kinds.
Ooh, did you know Sikorsky that on the FBI's vault they have all of the Kurt Cobain documents from their investigation?
Really?
You want me to put the link?
Yeah.
I'll put it
Or
in
you
the
could
back
email
private.
it to me.
I'll put it in the privates, you know.
Ooh.
I said what I said.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to see.
Oh,
I mean,
goodness.
Every
goodness.
couple of years, though, they're like, "Oh, we've got new photos," and it's the same stuff that they've had every time. But they did
Who's
have
gonna
like
go
4
live
rolls of
tomorrow?
film that they didn't develop.
Oh wow, they got a lot of stuff on this.
Who's gonna go live tomorrow? Everybody don't speak
what's
up at one
tomorrow?
time. Everybody talk
Transparency Tuesday. Everybody tell how you're really feeling.
I mean, probably.
Everybody
I'm
talking
sure I'll
at
go
one
live.
time. I can't get nobody to speak on that one.
What one?
I said, who's going live tomorrow?
I always.
Of course, he's gonna go live in like soon.
Yeah.
I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. I'm tired. I only got like
If
3
you
hours
ain't
of
got a
sleep last
fro, then you got to go. That's what my friend used to
night.
say.
Give
at
me a
work.
call. I will rehome you all. I don't want anybody being left out in the abyss. I will find you a new home. Sikorsky, get their home set up.
The Abyss was a great movie.
Wow. I'm looking at this FBI vault right now. This is wild.
You guys didn't know this existed?
No, I didn't. I'm reading through it right now. This is wild.
Oh yeah.
They said, we appreciate your concern that Mr. Cobain. I won't say much more.
It's probably something like old P. Diddy.
Wow.
But
I wonder.
regardless of anything, it's strange, Army vet, that
What up?
Courtney requested this. What was it again, Justine? Can you say it again? Say exactly what you were saying earlier. She requested.
So Courtney Love requested the entire case file, but they wanted the original copy and they wanted any remnants of said copy, any parts of that file to be scrubbed from Seattle's database. Like they don't want them to, they wanted to have the sole copy of the police file.
What happened?
On what planet?
What happened in the house that she's trying to keep hidden? Because that's why you keep it away from Seattle. Something happened. 2 different locations, maybe? You're like, y'all don't know what happened.
The house is vacant right now, pretty sure.
Well,
At some
from
point,
what-
somebody had it, but I
From
saw
what
a video
I
the
just
other day
read,
where somebody was
it
walking through
definitely
it.
fits the theory that I had, or what I thought might have happened. But yeah,
See, I have no idea about. I know his music style, so.
What were you
Sheila,
doing in
I'm sorry for your
1994?
niece. Prayers for your family.
What were you doing in 1994, Army vet?
Music at the School of New Orleans.
So, I mean, do you remember them coming out and saying that he was, you know, unalive and all that?
Yes.
Did you just like, did you hear that, you know, did you like think that, yeah, he probably did it? Or you just were like, yeah, didn't really care because you're just into his music.
No, I study music and I study music artists and I've been surrounded by them. So hearing this, y'all might be like, yeah, that makes sense. Young artists back then, the Amy Winehouse, that blues, that I need that drug to get there, that alcohol, that same as wine. A lot of artists get captured in that, giving y'all that musical perfection. And without Jello has his. Without that, you'll go overboard really fucking quick chasing that next hit or that next. You want, you know what I'm saying? You want it. You're like, where is it? I know I made Nirvana. Da, da, da. You need to get there. It's a craving as an artist. It's like it's just what you need it. And sometimes that beast, that drug, alcohol, anything that will get you there. Anything that will get you there. Because most artists need that. You need it.
Well, you might have to.
I think this might be the perfect way to end this show. Okay.
I'm about to jump off of
my
here
God.
anyways. I
No,
gotta
no,
go to bed.
go back to the other one. Here we go.
I can't see.
Oh my God, I'm done.
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
There you go.
I don't know what UK is doing.
What is that? Look at it.
It's the scariest thing I've ever seen. I
It's a
can't even
fancy castle, bro.
I'm looking
What
away.
is UK doing?
What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna vomit. Can you not?
This is why I need another counselor. Okay.
I need to
Good
scrub
night,
my
guys. I
eyeballs.
appreciate it.
Good night, Christian.
I appreciate y'all allowing me on here. Good night.
Army vet jumped off. So
Good night. Good night, Justin. Good night, Ash. Good night, Sikorsky.
We will see you soon, Christian. I just gotta get a hold of Seth, and I think he did email me, and then I'll shoot you an email. But we will get together soon.
Yes. And Sikorsky, you and I'll get together soon about the I forgot his name now.
Dimebag and Chris Cornell.
No. Yeah, Chris Cornell.
Oh, yo.
And Pantera.
Oh.
So.
Careful on that vape, Justine.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
That's
and if you're
nice.
part of the replay crew,
That's not
please
like
hit
it.
the like button. I'm done with you.
That snake is getting that
Alright,
bloody
y'all.
thing.
No. I see. Like, please take it off. I
Ugh.
seriously can't.
This is freaking
Ash,
AI
I'm
crap.
serious. I
It's
cannot
off.
watch animals being hurt. I fucking can't. Like, it will. No, I can't. I can't fucking do it. That shit will raise my blood pressure in 2.5.
Like I said, I got Brillo pads. I'm gonna go scrub my eyeballs before I.
Well, if you're going on,
Give me some eye wash.
I will be in.
All right, y'all have a
you
good
audience.
night.
Oh,
And I'll talk to
oh
y'all
my God.
later.
Okay, no, this is it. This is the exit. This is the actual exit. Right.
I'm
End
just
on
gonna
this
cover
one.
the
All right,
screen.
bye,
Better not be an
y'all.
animal getting hurt.
Nope. Whoop shit. Whoop shit. Whoa, boom. Okay. And we're out.
You think he lost his teeth?
Well, good night, Miss Patricia
Miss-
Sikorsky. It's been real. It's been fun. And yeah, we will have part 2 coming. We'll do, I would say, probably an overview of days leading up, circumstances leading up to death and autopsy and good stuff like that. Part 3 will probably be the theories and final thoughts and things. But I'm sure more will come in the meantime. It's just a general overview.
Oh, hang on. look,
I'm
we
not
got
married
another
to
one.
it.
This is
Wanna
Guthrie
Find
related.
out if like, are we allowed to show any kind of
It's just a
clips
timeline.
and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Hmm?
Don't know. Yeah, well, don't know what it is. I'm just getting fed loads of crap.
Good night, Bad Ash. What did you say, Sikorsky?
I was asking if we're allowed to show any clips at all, or any kind of video footage or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as long as it doesn't have their music. If it does, then
Yeah.
No, we
probably
can
have
still
to
know
play
it.
something over it.
We can still know it. We can still
Yeah,
know
no,
it.
I think some of the stuff I think I can find doesn't have their music. It's just like like them talking
Mm.
kind of thing.
Well, we'll see if this one lasts until the morning with all the S words that got dropped. And
just
you said the G word. Oh my gosh, it was pew pew. Oh my goodness. No, I think it'll be fine. All right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Y'all don't have to
Thank
go
you.
home, but you can't stay
You
here.
just
Please
done
hit
it,
the
so-
like button, subscribe, become a member. We love you guys.
Thanks
Okay.
for being a part of it, everybody.
Bye. Ash, say bye. Everyone, say bye.
Laters.
Laters.
Latest on the Menjay.
Bye bye.